Charlie was born at LMH. We had a great team of nurses. Not only did they check in on us regularly, they always asked if we had questions, always made sure that we understood what was going on. I cannot say enough wonderful things about the labor and delivery, family birthing, and mother baby care team at LMH Health. We had to put our entire trust into their hands, and just everyone was so friendly and so supportive.
For the best care for your pet, choose Dodto Veterinary Clinic. Dr. Matt Fair and his team are dedicated to providing high-quality medical care with compassion and a personal touch. They treat every pet as their own, ensuring they receive the attention and respect they deserve. For routine checkups, testing, vaccinations, chiropractic and acupuncture care, or surgical services, you can trust Dr. Fair and his team at Dodto Veterinary Clinic. Call 913-585-1115 to schedule an appointment today or visit DeSotoVetClinic.com.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here as part of Fort Scott Community College's John Deere Tech program. Maybe you belong here as part of the perennial playoff-bound Greyhound baseball team. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance.
This is your home for the Cardinals. Eudora Sports Live.
All right, hello everybody. Welcome in here to the first Eudora Sports Live broadcast of 2026. We have got doubleheader action here for you as the Lady Cards take on the Paola Panthers. We will see the same matchup with the boys later. Ava Dye is going to get called for kicking out there early. It's Reed McAvoy here with you on the call. Hayden Harves will join us in a little. Good to be with you here in the new year. The second game of the new year for the Cards. They played against Tonganoxie on January 2nd and got the win. Panthers moving the ball around. They've had a tough start to the season here. So they're going to be a foul called against the Cards. Panthers will hold on to the basketball. They are 0-6. In fact, you want to find the Paola Panthers' last win. It was the first month of 2025, January 28th. Last season, they got a 5-point victory over Bonner Springs. But they have not come out victorious in a game since then. They had a close game December 12th this year against Wellsville, only a 1-point loss, 34-33. But a lot of their other games have been some pretty big defeats. Cardinals have only dropped one game this year as the ball is dropped here. Dieterding fighting for it. Coming away with it is Brunkow. No seniors in the starting lineup for the Lady Cards here tonight. Dye will lay that one in and gets the first points of the game here for the Cards. Driving towards the basket, shooting off the glass, no good there is Elizabeth Smale, one of the two seniors that start for Paola. For the Cards, it's Lewis, Brunkow, Dye, Coulter, and Dieterding making the starting five. Here is Dieterding from downtown, no good off the back of the rim. It is Pitzer, Katzer, Sanders, Ball, and Smale for Paola. Dieterding will take this inbound. Excuse the camera work here. I'm by myself. My apologies. Hayden Harves will be joining us in just a bit. Lewis puts this one up, no good. Driving to the basket, laying that one in beautifully is Amanda Pitzer to tie this game. Dye driving, shooting as she falls, nearly gets that one to go, but could not. Dieterding rebounds, finds Coulter. Jayla Coulter will score, and it's going to be an and one. Pitzer hit with the foul. Coulter sent to the line to try and make it a 3-point play. Panthers will make a first change. Sanders goes out. Lola Canales comes in. And Coulter drains that one, nothing but net. On the ball here is Halliball. Under some pressure, able to escape and find a teammate into the box here for Smale, and she'll be called for a travel. Couple empty possessions for the Panthers. Cards already have a 3-point lead. Can they add to it here early and try and pull away? There have not been many close games for this Paola team. They would like to try and keep it at least within striking distance. The Cards would like anything but that to happen. Here's Dieterding driving, shooting, and getting fouled. She'll go to the line as she hits the floor. Another shooting foul here for the Cards. And the experienced junior, Bryn Dieterding, to the free throw line. Sorry again about the camera work. It's all on me. Dieterding drains that one. And gets them both to go. Shooting there, and that one will go out. No, kept in. No, they say that it does go out. So a Cardinals basketball. Here is Dye, finds Dieterding, back to Dye, and she could not get that one to go. Brunkow gets the rebound. Dieterding across to Coulter behind the three-point line. She drives, gets a foul on the floor. Third team foul against Paola. They sub in Sanders for Pitzer. Brunkow will take this inbound. Everyone covered pretty well, and this one won't find Coulter. Dieterding might be able to recover the situation. She will. She finds Lewis. She wants three, and that one will not go. (7-2) here in the first quarter. Some movement here, and Paola managing to hold on to the ball. Only for so long, though. Coulter comes up with it. Into the corner for Izzy Brunkow, drives across the baseline and couldn't get that one to go. It was a tough angle for her. Gone a little stagnant here for the scoring. Cards gonna make a triple change. Avery Warren, Lori Brooks, and Carly Owens check in. Warren, the lone senior on this roster, is now on the court. Here is Owens across for Warren. Warren is dangerous from three, but she'll find Lewis near to the basket, who takes the short range shot and bounces off both sides of the rim, no good. And then it'll be a jump ball on the floor here.
Jump ball will stay with the Cardinals.
Dieterding finds Lewis. Here is Dieterding open, and she couldn't get the three to go, but Owens with a great rebound to hold on to possession. Here's Warren, and tries to roll that out to Dieterding. A foul will come in first.
Well, Rita was going to come in and provide some color, but I haven't seen any of the game up to this point, so we'll let you sprinkle bits in, and
Well,
as the game carries on, I'll provide a little more accuracy.
it's good of you to join me. My camera work, I'm sure, was getting annoying for the people watching because sometimes it was completely non-existent. I got too sucked into the game.
We do the best we can with what we've got.
It is Hayden Harves alongside myself, Reed McAvoy, here for the first Eudora Sports Live call of 2026. As the Cards take on the Panthers.
It's a Happy New Year.
Yeah. And Panthers going to give away the ball. It's another jump ball, but this time the arrow is pointing Paola's way.
Jump ball from the Panthers.
This is Ball. And Ball tries to get that one into Katzer. She couldn't hold on to it. So we've got exactly 3 minutes left on the clock here in this first quarter.
I will loop in what I know. I'll tell you. Traffic, a bit of a fight to get here. Panthers today looking to put up a bit of a fight, trying to grab up. I'm sure you mentioned win number 1 on the season. They come in winless to this point in the year.
Lewis for 3, can't get that one. Yes, I even mentioned Hayden when their last win came, which was first month of 2025 back in January. It was a late addition to the month, January 28th. They got a win over Bonner Springs. They have not picked up a victory since.
Yeah, it was right in the back portion of the middle chunk of the year. And they lost a lot of games before it and then lost every game after it. So it's been a bit of a dry spell for this Lady Panther squad, trying to find their way back into their winning ways, trying to put up some more points than they've been able to put on the board throughout a lot of the season. But you and I know this Cards defense has been so difficult to score on consistently all year.
Oh, that one's going to go off the glass, is just what you're talking about, the defense. Lewis gets a hand to the inbound.
Well, and the other thing that just compounds that is when they have a bit of a lead and they can have a bit of comfort, they're able to kind of take the gloves off even more and get even more aggressive. And this team is just so coordinated, and they make so few big mistakes that it can get really difficult to dig out of a big hole when you're playing against them.
Yeah, one of the most tenacious defensive players checks back in for the Cards, Izzy Brunkow. Extremely aggressive player on the court. And it will be a Cardinals ball here. It's tough for Paola. They had a 1-point loss. I mentioned this one a little earlier as well. In December to Wellsville, they lost 34-33. That's the only close game they've had. The other ones have been around 20 or more point losses so far this season. They could not eke out that victory. Here's Brunkow on offense. She will find Coulter. Moving the ball around well here. The Cardinals haven't scored since Dieterden got a free throw, but that'll change right there as Izzy Brunkow gets her first points. Cardinals have moved into the bonus. There's 5 fouls against Paola, but a third foul just got called on the Cards, a second against Carly Owens, who will now step out for Ava Dye. Panthers need to get this one in, and they do just in time. This is Smale, and Smale will score.
Very nicely put in at a time where they really needed some points on the board too. Now comes the time to try to stifle the Cards' momentum and get a run going. The Cards answer right back.
Gets up to 4 points. I was going to say for Paola, they had the only 2 seniors that started in this game. The Cardinals had none on their side. Pitzer and Smale both have a couple points for them. That sees them up to their 4. The Cards have hit double digits. They are up to 11 here. It's a nice little lead in this first quarter, and we're going to see a timeout here. We will go ahead and take one with them.
Prescription drug pricing points to corporate.
Freedom of the press is about your right to know. It's about your right to be informed. Today, there are real threats to press freedom and your right to know about the world around us. We must protect our right to know, no matter what kind of news is important to you, before it's too late. Understand the threats. ProtectPressFreedom.org.
All right, so back from the Panthers timeout. With a minute 30 to go in the quarter. Oh, and it's going to be a maybe potential giveaway. Warren couldn't end up corralling it, though. Stevie Bassett holds on to it, shoots, doesn't score, and can't grab her own rebound. Everyone fighting for it. Coulter comes away with it, tripping, finds Dye, and she will draw a foul and go to the line. That one was a scrappy play all over.
Well, it's so nearly an and one for Ava Dye as well. But just, man, the number of tenacious was a good word you used earlier. Players on this Cardinals team on the defensive side, they don't make mistakes very often, and they're so ferocious when it comes to forcing those giveaways.
Dye gets up to 5 points. She leads the team. Ashlyn Katzer checks in for Paola. And Dye drains that one as well. Cardinals shooting 100% from the line so far. And here's more of that tenacious defense. The Cards with the takeaway and the breakaway. And Coulter will get sent to the line where she is 1 of 1 thus far.
Yeah, and Reed, a lot of it's just more advantages you get when you're playing well and get out to a good start early on. You give yourself that advantage, and all of a sudden the Panthers are now feeling pressured to not let that gap extend, and you're seeing some of those kind of desperate contact moves right near the basket and all these free throws, which so far fouling the Cards and sending them to the line has not been a safe bet, as I believe they are still 100% from that mark tonight.
And that will hold up. Coulter's 3 of 3.
Yeah, I tried really hard to jinx that one. Apologies there.
This feels like a game the Cardinals could run away with, especially if it keeps going like this. Owens on the breakaway, or rather, yes, it was Carly Owens on that breakaway. In the end, Brunkow is hit with the foul. 4th against the Cards. Just a 2.4-second difference between play clock and shot clock. Panthers just need to hold on to the ball. They keep giving it away to the Cards in dangerous areas.
And the problem is every pass is dangerous with how close the contact is with a lot of these Cards players. Very little room to make those, quote, comfortable passes.
And there will be a travel there against Smale. So they'll give it away. Shot clock is off, and it's the Cardinals' ball. Can they get one more basket? They don't need to rush things.
You almost wonder if they want to try to go down court and try to get 2 scoring opportunities out of this, or just take the 1.
Dye will try and lay that one in. It was a difficult angle for her. Panthers have 5 seconds left to try and move things. This is Ball. Ball thinks about the 3, will pull up, and it will not go in. So 15-4 is our score at the end of 1. The Cardinals lead here at home.
For the best care for your pet, choose Dodto Veterinary Clinic. Dr. Matt Fair and his team are dedicated to providing high-quality medical care with compassion and a personal touch. They treat every pet as their own, ensuring they receive the attention and respect they deserve. For routine checkups, testing, vaccinations, chiropractic and acupuncture care, or surgical services, you can trust Dr. Fair and his team at Dodto Veterinary Clinic. Call 913-585-1115 to schedule an appointment today or visit DeSotoVetClinic.com.
All right, back here with about 20 seconds before the second quarter gets going. We didn't get to do much of a pregame show. We will get you a full one before the boys game, but it was brought to you by Kaw Valley State Bank. They're not just your bank, they're your neighbors. Kaw Valley State Bank is proud to serve the Eudora community and proud to support Cardinal athletics. For more information, visit their website, kawvalleystatebank.com. So yeah, Hayden, this year for the Panthers has been really tough. They're coming off of a 28-point loss against Burlington just yesterday. That's been the story of a lot of games. They had a 21-point loss to Ottawa before that, 28-point loss to Fort Scott, more than a 30-point loss against Baldwin. Just been a rough year for these girls, and feels like this first quarter is off to maybe going to be a familiar feeling for them at this point.
Shifty pass there from Dye over to Brunkow.
Lewis with a nice jump shot, but just bounced out. Ball comes down with it. Cardinals have not been perfect on offense, but the Panthers have been far, far from perfect, which has allowed the Cards to build this lead, and they've also been very good on defense.
Yeah, they've done a really, really good job of it, and looking at the Cards schedule over the last couple of weeks, the big standout you see is they went and played in a Rock Creek tournament just a short little while ago, and in that tournament they beat Woodland in the first round, then beat Rock Creek, the home team, in the second round to advance to that title game against Silver Lake, who is a top 5 ranked 4A squad in the state of Kansas, and the Cards did end up falling by a fairly significant margin to Silver Lake in that game, but they did finish second place in the tournament. That remains their sole loss on the year at this point, which puts them at 5-1 within their season, and second place in the Frontier League, only behind 3-0 Ottawa.
Last year, this matchup ended 54-38 for the Cards. Not a bad score, all things considered, in a year where they went 1-17 for Paola. They were able to put up a pretty decent fight against one of the better women's teams around. But right now, just not going their way.
Yeah, looking over on the Lady Panther side, Reed, something else of note that unfortunately does seem to be a trend we're getting off on the right foot for tonight, or the wrong foot if you're Paola. They've only scored over 30 points twice throughout this season so far, and they've only reached 40 points once. The majority of their games, their final score sat in the 20s, and of course tonight, through about a quarter and a half, sitting on just 4 points. Unfortunately, looks, as you said, like it could be a familiar sight here if things don't pick up around here.
Trying her best there, Ashlyn Katzer, with the shot clock running down, but the Panthers will turn the ball over.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for them and really difficult when you're down by double digits, because you feel like your margin for error is just about 0, and then every time a small mistake is made, it feels like you're just compounding that more and more. You can begin to feel like you've got a mountaintop sitting on your shoulders when it comes to trying to orchestrate that comeback. And it's a bad spot to be in against this Cards team trying to make that happen.
Ooh, and Dieterding trying her best to draw the and one. She will draw a shooting foul and go to the line.
Foul number 14, Ashlyn Katzer. First personal, first team foul. Number 10, Bryn Dieterding.
Also worth noting from that Rock Creek tournament, Bryn Dieterding and Ava Dye were both named all-tournament for that game. That tournament, I should say, which is not an unfamiliar sight. Those two, particularly Ava Dye, have been spectacular all season long, as they both were last year.
Dieterding has 4 points, all from the line.
Jump ball will stay with the Panthers.
And that inbound's going to be robbed by Brunkow.
Fell right into her hands.
She will slow things down, find Lewis, finds Dye, drives, and then lost the handle on that one completely. Gives it away to the Panthers. Will they be able to do anything on this counter?
It's a rare misstep from Dye, one she doesn't make often. You'd really want to take advantage of it if you're the Panthers. The foul comes there. Possession will stay the way. No. Thought initially it might stay the way of Paola.
Subbing for the Panthers, number 12, Amanda Hitzer.
It will stay.
Panthers still with the ball here. And the shot there from nearly behind the glass from Pitzer. Couldn't get that one to go. Here's Lewis running away with it, lays it to Coulter, and she will be sent to the line. Lewis unselfish there. Might have been better to be a little bit selfish, but
yeah.
Cards might get the points anyway.
Second personal, second team foul.
When again, sending the Cards to the line has been a bet they have been happy to take all day long at this point. you're reaching the point of a pretty significant portion of their points coming off of free throws, and Coulter does drain the first.
Ties her for the team lead with Ava Dye at 6 points. And now she takes the lead. 5 of her 7 points have come from the line.
Long cross-court pass there, then to the corner.
And the three-pointer no good. Smailowitz gets the rebound. 11 of the Cardinals' points have come from the free throw line.
So it is a majority.
There is Brunkow driving, laying that one up, and it's a travel, they say. Under pressure is Ball, and it will roll out. Still a Paola basketball. It will change the inbounder, have Bryn Sanders get this one into Ball, who's under double coverage, so instead goes up to Amanda Pitzer, the other senior. Back for Sanders. And Lewis slaps that one away.
Something this Cards team seems to enjoy. We've seen a lot of that.
Well, let's just regroup, make sure everybody's marked. Get everything how you want it to be defensively, even though the other team will hold on to the ball.
Right.
You can do things like that, but then Dye steps out, so we get the same scenario once again.
I think it may also be a factor that in most of the Cards games this year, up by as many points as there usually are, sometimes even if you just want to send a bit of a message defensively and keep that aggressive mojo rolling, even if you're not taking possession away, like you said, it can just get into the opponent's head a bit if they never feel like they have ball security, and the Cards continue to reinforce that there with a near takeaway.
You had mentioned that they've hit that 20-point mark most games this season. At this point, that would feel like a small victory for the Panthers. They're not on pace for it. They would have to go on a bit of a run, which is completely possible. Happens all the time in basketball.
Yep.
But the Cardinals' defense has just been suffocating. Dieterding from way downtown. Ties her for the team lead. Those are her first points, not from the free throw line. And that was about as far back as it goes. And that'll be a foul there. Amanda Pitzer should be sent to the line here, and she will.
Foul number 13, Ava Dye.
It is kind of
hit with the foul.
I will say it's also kind of nice to see Bryn Dieterding hitting those long threes again, something she could have trademarked last season. We've seen a little bit less of it this year thus far, of course, early on still.
It was her freshman year as well. It was specifically the first half of her freshman year where she was draining threes. The whole team was draining threes like crazy. They sort of went away from it as the year went on.
Part of why those Cards were so effective last year. I mean, so few losses because so often they'd catch fire and just light the scoreboard up. Multiple players having all kinds of impact, and the second one for Pitzer is going to go.
She leads her team with 3 points. Here's Lewis driving, shooting, and just a little bit underdone there.
Oh, so close to falling in.
Panthers feel like they're struggling to even tread water when it comes to moving the ball around offensively. Fighting for it there. Pitzer a couple times grabbing the rebound, but had to just slap this one away. And now Lewis all by herself, forced to be selfish this time, and she gets her first points.
Looks like that may induce a timeout from the Paola side.
They do indeed call one more timeout. We will go ahead and take a break with them. 4:21 left in the second quarter.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no.
All right, back out of the timeout. 24-5 is the score. Cards feeling pretty comfortable at this point. They are nearing what Paola have averaged this year.
I believe that point total for Paola is going to be sitting somewhere around the high 20s mark. Based off looking at their scores, I'd guess somewhere around 27 to 28. And the Cards are pushing that margin before halftime here.
They've also been able to cause the Panthers to commit a lot of fouls. They've been shooting 100% from the line. They went into the bonus with a few minutes left in the first quarter. They've got 3 fouls committed against them here thus far in the second. That is always going to help a team succeed and contribute to a team failing if that is going to be the case for these two teams. Lewis's 3, no good, brought down by Ball. This double coverage and the high press for the Cards.
It's been extremely effective.
Yeah, really keeping them uncomfortable. Here's a 3-point shot, and it will not go for Bassett.
And then knocked out of the hands of a Panther by, I believe it was Carly Owens at the bottom of the basket in the paint.
They will inbound this for Ball. A couple teammates around her. She finds Smale, one of the seniors, who's under some real pressure, and will draw a foul. 3rd team foul against Eudora.
Foul number 5, Peyton Lewis. First personal, 3rd team foul.
Cards have put up 9 points here in the second quarter. Panthers only 1 came from the line. So find Bassett out for Ball. Cardinals not letting the Panthers breathe at all.
Not a bit.
Got a foul here on the floor. We'll keep Paola in possession. It's a 4th team foul against the Cards in Q2. They will bring in Dieterding and Brunkow for Coulter and Lewis. Sanders across to Bassett. She pulled up from 3 earlier, but this time will drive in. Finds Smale, who thought about that 3, almost traveled there. Cardinals bench wanted it. And Sanders is going to get robbed by Owens, who nearly has it swiped away from her. But she holds on to it, tries to find Warren, who keeps it in.
Wow, impressively done there, and then Owens goes down.
It's going to be tough when you're doing a jump ball for the 5'3" Avery Warren, but she did manage to fight hard enough to keep it in, and then we've got a jump ball here, which will favor Paola.
Be crazy sequence of events right there.
A bit messy in the breakaway for the Cards. Seems like they might get a lot of practice on the breakaway here in this game.
And especially for later on in the season. Play a couple more tournaments when you start playing those private schools that are usually the ones that give Eudora a bit of trouble. Never going to say no to a bit more practice on those breakaway situations where you'll need to be perfect later on in the year.
Warren getting a hand in on the ball. Cardinals just not having no problem putting a hand on the ball when Paola are on offense, even if it's just to knock it out of bounds, slow them down. But a lot of times they're even stealing possession away and breaking away with it, turning it into an offensive opportunity. Here is Bassett. Tries to turn, looking for anyone open. There is no one open. Dieterding comes away holding her face. And it's a jump ball that she's won. She's holding her jaw. Still is Dieterding.
At one point held the left side, then grabbed the right. Hope all's good there.
She will find Lori Brooks. And the loose ball comes back to Brunkow, who's on her knees. She finds Owens, finds Warren. takes a look up at the pin, then drives towards it, shoots and scores her first points.
Then Paola nearly an errant pass to lose possession. Owen gets it.
Here's Owens, and she will score her first points.
You want to talk about the quick breakaways, Reed. The Cards have been on fire with it in those last couple of turns. And Paola's offense looks thoroughly chilled at this point, if they hadn't already.
That foul there will put Paola into the bonus. An interesting aspect with the way they're playing is they're pressuring them so high, but only with a couple players for the Cards, and it has been extremely effective. They're just all they've needed is even one person at times has been enough to keep the Panthers from being able to get past that, basically get past the E in midcourt.
Yep. First shot for Smale does go no good.
The senior does get the second one to go. Dieterding has that one go off of a Paola foot. She can't believe that call, and I'll tell you, it's just wrong.
It's just wrong.
It went straight out. It's all right. Life goes on, but that went straight out off of a Panther's foot.
Dieterding, to her credit, let it go pretty quickly as well. In a game like this, she understands that's not the whole game, and she might get a chance to redeem right here.
Intercept that pass, fakes towards Owens, and scores anyway. Leads the team with 9.
We were just talking about her not complaining about the call. Maybe she knew she'd get her lick back relatively quickly.
Bounce pass there, a little bit soft, but it'll take a touch off of Lori Brooks.
And it says something about the tenacity of the Cards defense today, that those are the kind of passes the Panthers feel they need to resort to just to be able to make passes connect properly. Going underneath the arm and passes where they're not really looking in their teammates' direction, just trying to get rid of it.
This is Kaylee Quiros grabbing her first minutes and getting a first touch on the ball. And there will be a foul, and Panthers in the bonus. They go to the line again. As a team, they are 2 of 4 at the line.
2014, Lori Brooks, third personal.
Smale gets a bit of a fortunate bounce. Does get that one to drop. She's got 4 points. Coulter will step in for Brooks, who's up to 3 fouls. And she gets that one to go as well, putting her up to 5. So the Panthers have doubled their score, or at least matched their first quarter tally. And Brunkow was going up to shoot and just lost the handle on it. But then Quiros gets hit with the foul. It's a 4th team foul. But they are going to also call it a shooting foul. So she didn't lose the handle on it. It was knocked out of her hands, they say. Brunkow goes to the line. She's got a couple points in the game thus far. And there's the first miss from the line for the Cards. Comes after they win 11 for 11 as a team.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible because although it's not even halftime yet, they've attempted so many free throws thus far, it feels like.
And Brunkow does get the second one, some redemption there. Owens fighting, and then Quiros throws it back behind her head. I don't think she needed to do that. She did it anyway and gives the ball away. Warren, though, couldn't score it, still fighting for the ball, and Smale comes away with it, trying to sprint down court. She's pretty much all by herself, and then she will travel, and she knows it.
Definitely frustrating to lose out on an opportunity like that. As you said, pretty much all alone heading down the court on the other side.
Except for the Cardinals defenders, which were smothering her.
Right, hot on her heels.
Driving is Coulter, an impressive attempt there, but it won't go. And then got a jump ball, which will favor the Panthers. As we approach halftime of this one, the Cards put up 15 in Q1, 16 thus far in Q2. Panthers put up 4 in both quarters. And they're going to give that one away to Brunkow. She turns to find Dieterding all by herself, says, why not? puts her up to double digits. She's got 12. That's her second 3 of the game. And that inbound's going to give the Cards possession again. Panthers not helping themselves. Of course, this Cardinals defense is fantastic, but I think that that's also scaring the Panthers into making some offensive mistakes.
Oh, absolutely. So shot clock off. Cards get a clean inbound here. They will have the opportunity to run it all the way down or just shoot it.
Owens will draw a foul that puts the Cards into the bonus for these final 20 seconds.
So she'll head to the line.
She's got a couple points, hasn't been to the line yet though. High arcing attempt, no good.
Both teams now into the bonus for the final 19 seconds of Q2.
And that high arcing one does go for her, putting her tally up to 3. Will we see another score here with 15 seconds to go? It feels more likely it would be the Cardinals just because of how aggressive they are. Everyone for the Cards on that inbound was in the Paola half. This time they will send Coulter back to at least mark a little bit, and it'll actually find Coulter. She will break now here with 10 seconds, goes up and scores.
And the clock going to continue to run.
Panthers need to just get out of here, get into the halftime break and try and regroup. Bassett puts that one up, but oh, they will say a carry. Well, there's 0.9 left on the clock. Can the Cardinals do anything else here? We'll see. Dieterding will try it. And oh my
goodness!
Dieterding drains it from midcourt.
And the camera didn't catch it. Oh my goodness.
The Cardinals could not miss there in that final minute or so of that second quarter. The Panthers just could not get the ball down court. The Cardinals kept scoring. They will end with 40 here at halftime. It's all right, Hayden, I missed some stuff at the start too. But a big moment there. Dieterding with her third 3. She's up to 15 for the team. The Cards with a big lead as we go to halftime.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
I just want to thank everybody in the community for trusting us with the care of their animals, and go Dogs!
Schedule an appointment by calling 785-542-3265 or visit eudoravet.com.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, studying animal science or learning about farm and ranch management. Maybe you belong here as part of Hounds Hoops on the hardwood. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
More time before you wake up in the wild.
Our natural world needs us now. Step by step, side by side, together, we can find a way to ensure that all life on Earth can thrive. To learn more about how you can help protect and conserve nature, visit nature.org.
Your home for live, local sports. Varsity Sports Live delivers professional level coverage with high-quality video and broadcasters that know your schools and community.
Touchdown, Tonganoxie!
With the support of local businesses, you never pay to watch Varsity Sports. Live, local, free high school sports coverage. That's Varsity Sports Live.
Grass gets it away. Moore's down the middle. And he makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans.
Keep up with the action at varsitysportslive.com. Live, local, free high school sports.
Charlie was born at LMH. We had a great team of nurses. Not only did they check in on us regularly, they always asked if we had questions, always made sure that we understood what was going on. I cannot say enough wonderful things about the labor and delivery, family birthing, and mother baby care team at LMH Health. We had to put our entire trust into their hands, and just everyone was so friendly and so supportive.
Show brought to us by Attic Storage of Eudora. It is 40-8 here in this ladies basketball game. The Cards, they scored the first basket of the game, then Paola did get one back to tie it at 2. But that is the last time that this game was close. The Cardinals just kept scoring, kept pulling away, kept being great defensively. I don't even think they have been infallible.
No.
Certainly haven't been infallible on offense.
Certainly not.
But their defense has just let up nearly nothing. They have only let up 8 points, and they've just presented themselves so many opportunities. They can afford to be a little bit sloppy, and I think that this is the type of offensive performance they would like against any team. And it's their defense has just been fantastic. Plus the Panthers' offensive struggles just continuing this year. You joined a little late, Hayden, but what have you seen here in the first half?
Well, you could even say the scary thing, I think, for a lot of the other teams in the Frontier League. I think you and I would both agree that this Cards offense has not been even up to the standard they would like to play at. They've still made some mistakes and had some errors that have been almost uncharacteristic of them, and they've still come out of 2 quarters with 40 points to their name. It's just been such a strong performance here, like you said. 2-2 was the closest this game was at one point. When I walked in, it was already 7-2. And since then, it has just been not at all close. The Panthers did double their score through that second quarter, went from 4 to 8. Meanwhile, the Cardinals went into the second quarter with 15 points. They walked out with significantly more than double their total. So a really strong second quarter for the Cards, and one that very likely just gave them the option to press cruise control for the rest of it. Just really, really strong. The Panthers have struggled all night long, and at this point in the game, you're really going to want to come out in the second half and just play clean ball. Just give yourself some of those positives, those little wins to walk away with. Because if you come out of here, you play a similar second half to what you did in the first, that's going to be a long bus ride home, and there's not going to be a lot of positive to take away from it. So I think that'll be a big point of emphasis for them, is ball control, trying to turn it over less when they do have possession. And for the Cards, I expect even more of that relentless pressure and kind of blistering offensive pace through the third quarter. And there's a good chance in the fourth we see that pace slow down a fair bit, if not immediately out of the break. And we'll see them kind of press cruise to bring this one home.
The Cards have put up some big numbers offensively. They scored 75 against Atchison, 64 against Spring Hill, coming off of 52 points against Tongi last year. 50 points was the magic number. I think the Cards will hit that pretty early on in the third quarter and just keep adding on, as that has been the way that this game is going. For the Panthers side of things, you hope that they can learn from it, but I mean, it has just been so tough for them to even connect one pass, and that's not something that that's something you can't learn from. They're going to have to learn how to deal with this press, and I think that that's all that this is going to be at this point for the Panthers and for Coach Jamie Butler, is a learning experience, and that's something that the Cardinals have found a lot of value in. We talked about it in football season when they played against Hayden, that playing against a team that's a lot better than you can learn a lot. They hold you to a higher standard. And I mean, the Panthers have been outmatched in every game thus far this year, but this is one where they can really potentially try and sit back, take some notes from what's going on here, even though they're also going to have to fight through what's going to be a sludge fest here for them as this game carries on. It's just going to be tough for them. You'd like to see them maybe get going on an offensive run, drain a 3 or 2, and if they can keep drawing fouls, they can at least give themselves some chances to add to the score. But yeah, it's going to be a tough one for the Panthers, but that's not that was anything that's subverting our expectations. Yep. We can go ahead and go to another break here on the halftime show with about 2.5 before the third quarter.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, service.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
I used to drive an ambulance as an EMT, and I've always tried to be a safe driver. If people knew what I know, lives could be saved. In my car, if I see a truck or bus taking a turn, I know to take my time. When big vehicles turn right, they may swing wide to make the turn. If you try to sneak in, well, it's a lesson you'd rather not learn the hard way. When trucks and buses turn, let's you and I wait. It's our roads, it's our safety.
Hey, I'm Mike Grope, here today to encourage you to connect with 811 before you dig.
And I'm Micro, and I'm here because I love to dig in the dirt.
It's true. He's also here because he's very small and not that bright. Here, for instance, we can see Micro doing what he loves to do. And here we can see the consequences of not doing what he should have done. Dude, why didn't you call 811?
I forgot the number.
See? Not that bright.
Number one, obviously, is safety. We definitely call 811 to find out if there are any buried lines, fiber optic, whether it be telephone or pipeline or anything. Don't take a chance. Don't think you know and say, well, I don't remember anything being put in there. Call 811 and make sure that that's identified, that there isn't something there before you make that crossing. Because in the end, we want everybody going home.
For the best care for your pet, choose.
All right, third quarter underway here. 42-8 our score. Fouls and free throws have played a big part in this one, but it's really just been the defensive performance from the Cardinals that has seen them build this lead, which will continue to grow as Coulter gets into double digits. She's got 11 points.
This could be one of those days where some of the point totals look really pretty on the card side. Could have a lot of players having a lot of good evenings here.
Cardinals continuing. They are not going to relent
defensively
not at all here. And that one will roll off of Dye's foot and be given back to Paola. Most of the game for the Panthers, in terms of offense at least, has been inbounds, and the Cardinals have just been smothering. They've had someone on the inbounder, keeping their hands in their face, and at least one player, if not two, pressing the first person to receive the ball, just making them extremely uncomfortable and hard to pass. This is a great connection, though, and Smale will score. Smale up to 7 points. That was a really nice play there for the Panthers, connecting on the pass, getting that one to bounce in, but Dye will score. Quick start here for both teams. This is Pitzer. She will pull up from three. No good there, brought down casually by Peyton Lewis.
I was just about to mention the Cards doing a really good job with ball movement, and then the errant pass will turn possession over to Paola.
Like we said, it hasn't been a perfect performance from them, but I mean, when you look at the points tally, you really can't complain.
No, not a bit.
But already a couple times they've given the ball back to the Panthers needlessly. Something they'll like to work on. They will have time to focus on things like that in a game like this. Here is Dye again on the breakaway to Lewis. Lewis under pressure and one.
Wow. And that's the beauty of games like this, is the opportunity to really hone in the things like that you're wanting to work on in a game situation. And the Cards, as you said, far from infallible today, but my goodness, they've been really effective.
Lewis to the line for the first time, the freshman. Already 4 points to her name. And she will get the and one. This is Lola Canales. Finds a little bit of space with the pick there, lost the handle for a second. Got it over the jumping Dieterding, but then Dye leaps up to bring it down. She has led these breakaways each time thus far for the Cards. Dieterding finds Lewis. She's dangerous from three, and there you go. She's off to a hot start here in quarter three, up to 8 points in the game. She's a freshman, chant the Cardinals student section. Dye again here on the breakaway. And she will score and be sent to the line.
Wow. Goodness, what a night for the Cards here. Ava Dye smiling the whole way up.
This is a absolute continuation of the end of the second quarter where every single thing was going the Cardinals' way. Nothing was going the Panthers' way. That has continued as the Cardinals just can do no wrong. There will be a timeout here before Dye's free throw. We'll go ahead and take a quick break as well.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
I just want to thank everybody in the community for trusting us with the care of their animals, and go Cards!
Schedule an appointment by calling 785-542-3265 or visit eudoravet.com.
More time before you wake up in the wild.
Our natural world needs us now. Step by step, side by side, together, we can find a way to ensure that all life on Earth can thrive. To learn more about how you can help protect and conserve nature, visit nature.org.
All right, out of the timeout here. Cardinals have been moving quickly already, have put up 12 points in the quarter.
And they don't look like they're anywhere near stopping, Reed. As you said, it's been largely a continuation of the end of the second quarter where the Cards caught fire and ran away. And it has been very much so the same story here through the first half of the third.
So moved across for Katzer. She finds Bassett, who thinks about the three. She pulled up from one earlier and just barely missed it. I'd honestly like to see her pull up again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dye commits a foul. It's her third. The inbound here nearly taken away by Coulter, but instead they maintained possession. This is Lola Canales, finds Smale, who can't get it.
Oh, so
loose
nearly.
under the basket, and Cardinals ball.
That's got to feel like a missed opportunity. I mean, that was truly just weight of the ball going one way or the other. Denied the Panthers points.
You know, games like this, they can feel a little ruthless, maybe a little mean, but you've got to beat the teams in front of you and make sure that you're focusing on yourself. Dieterding for three comes up a little short.
Say it was on target.
But the Cardinals want to be one of the best teams around, and that means you got to be ruthless in games like this and make sure you come away still having learned something, not just putting the ball in the basket, winning the game because your opponent is weaker than you. The Cardinals want to win their way, play their ball. That's what we are seeing them do here, even though it is resulting in a very, very one-sided game and also resulting in some fouls here for the Cards because they're playing that aggressive defense. This will send Ashlyn Katzer to the line, a second foul for the team, and Izzy Brunkow. That one takes 3 bounces on the rim, no good.
And speaking of being one of the best teams around, Cards come into tonight ranked 8th in Kansas 4A across all ladies basketball teams. That's by Max Preps. And they're also ranked number 20, a top 20 team in all of Kansas lady basketball outside of class.
A lot of respect for the Cards. They've done it in seasons past, and they're doing it again here. Katzer goes 0 for 2 at the line. Owens down into the corner, and it'll be a travel called on Warren.
I mean, Reed, if I recall correctly, I think the Cardinals, this team had 3 losses last year, and I believe all of those came by way of private schools at the hands of. And this year they only have 1 loss, and that 1 loss is to a private school. So that has really been the only kind of team that's been able to have any sort of power and control over these Lady Cardinals over the last few years under Brandon Parker.
Bassett a little bit errant, but it will find Hallie Ball. Back for Bassett. Takes a look up at the pin, goes for the 3, and off the front of the rim, no good. Owens breaking away. She's got a couple in support, finds Warren. Warren jumps, shoots, scores. Warren just couldn't stop her feet there. She ends up bumping into Canales.
Foul number 2, Avery Warren. First personal, third team foul.
Third foul against the Cards. Here's Canales once again. Now finds Smale, their leading scorer. Has 7 thus far. Goes across to Bassett. Goes for the mid-range and scores her first basket of the game.
And a nice shot, too. Kind of a tricky angle and trajectory to shoot from, and she did it really well.
Brooks with a nice turn, but couldn't get it to go. Here's Warren for 3, and no good there. Foul called against Lewis. 4th team foul now. Could see some Cards get into foul trouble in the 4th quarter, but I expect we might also see some other players come in off the bench. Hallie Ball puts the brakes on, and fall away jumper goes.
Maybe a little bit of a run brewing here for the Panthers.
Feels like those always come at some point. Can the Panthers still maybe try and hit that 20-point mark, even though it might not mean much to them? It's something. Warren drives into all 5 Paola defenders and couldn't get that one to go off the glass. Here is Bassett. She just got her first points recently. She is the 3rd senior on this Paola roster. They have 3. She was the only one that did not start, but has checked into this game and been a decent force, specifically on offense. Warren not letting Canales have any room, and she will put that one over the head of Bassett, and all by herself is Coulter, and she will score. No one even messed with Coulter on that one, just wanted to let her get that one and go.
Serving for the Cardinals, number 10, Brittany Henry, number 12, Izzy Drunkow, and number 13.
And it looks like a timeout being taken here. We can go ahead and do the same.
Charlie was born at LMH. We had a great team of nurses. Not only did they check in on us regularly, they always asked if we had questions, always made sure that we understood what was going on. I cannot say enough wonderful things about the labor and delivery, family birthing, and mother baby care team at LMH Health. We had to put our entire trust into their hands, and just everyone was so friendly and so supportive.
This has been the biggest scoring quarter for the Panthers. They've put up 6 points, had 4 in the first and the second. The Cards put up 25 in quarter 2 to get to that 40-point mark. Got 17 and quite a bit of time left at this point. This is Hallie Ball. She's going to go for the mid-range shot. Nearly brought down by Sanders. They do hold on to the ball. Now Canales, she finds Ball. Ball wants the three, shoots. Off the glass, no good. Brooks rebounds. Dieterding finds Dye. Dye scores again, and it'll be an and one as well. Feels like Dye has been sprinting down court all night long.
Truly. Kind of feels like the case every week. And now the Cards approaching 60, which would be one of, if not maybe the highest total they've reached all year. May have hit it.
They had, well,
once earlier on.
If you say all year as in 2026, then yes, you'd be right. But they had a 60 and a 70-point game in their first couple of the year.
We'll stick with the one that was accurate. Really speaks to just how prolific this offense is, that 60 points isn't far and away one of the best couple performances they've had all year.
I think we could very well be in for that, though, because we've still got the entire fourth quarter left to play.
Yep.
And this Cardinals team is not letting up.
No, you'd think the foot would have come off the gas at this point, but no such thought. Starters still in, and very much so still pushing the pace offensively.
I think maybe that fourth quarter could signal somewhat of a take it easy, but I don't think that the Cardinals will change their style.
No, not necessarily.
Might just change the personnel. Maybe. We'll see.
At this point, I'm not willing to make predictions.
Yeah, no, I was.
It could go any way.
It relates to what I was saying, though, about they want to make sure they learn from this. You don't. The worst thing you want to do is win and do it in a bad way. You want to make sure you win well so that you can form good habits for when you play against tougher opponents.
Well, and
this
even
time,
then,
there you go. We're talking about taking it easy instead of Dye sprinting to the basket.
Yep.
Turns and slows things down, but Brunkow wants the three and almost gets it.
Well, and even then, you know, just on how many starters are still on the floor, which is all of them, quite frankly, how much do the starters really benefit and how much experience do they really gain on these breakaways and some of the things they practice if they get pulled early in the third quarter? I mean, giving them a little bit more time to, you know, practice some of those things they may have worked on week to week that they know they're not quite as strong at, some time to iron those things out. It's always going to be beneficial and likely the reason we still see a lot of them out here.
Cards are slowing things down now. Shot clock is off. Maybe that 60-point mark is sort of signaled something to them, but Dieterding won't let up easy. She gets another three.
Wow, what a night.
Puts her up to 18 points, and that will be the end of the third quarter. The Cards with a huge score. They're up to 63. Panthers, though, do put up 6 points in that quarter, get up to 14. We take a quick break, and then we'll be back with the fourth quarter.
Charlie was born at LMH. We had a great team of nurses. Not only did they check in on us regularly, they always asked if we had questions, always made sure that we understood what was going on. I cannot say enough wonderful things about the labor and delivery, family birthing, and mother baby care team at LMH Health. We had to put our entire trust into their hands, and just everyone was so friendly and so supportive.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
I just want to thank everybody in the community for trusting us with the care of their animals, and go Cards!
Schedule an appointment by calling 785-542-3265 or visit eudoravet.com.
All right, so as predicted with the fourth quarter here, the Cardinals sent out 5 players, none of whom were in the starting 5. We've got Carly Owens, Stella Wyrick, Kylie Bourne, Marley Folks, and Emma Sarber out there on the court for Eudora. Here is Canales, and still the pressure being applied by the Cards as Wyrick gets a hand on that one, sending Smale a long way back.
So Reed, you called it to a T. They are changing the personnel, but that's about the only thing that is changing.
Oh, of course.
As far as how the Cards approach this.
These players that are sitting on the bench want to show why they deserve more minutes.
Yep.
Show that they can do what Coach Parker wants them to. I mean, we've talked about it before, but specifically ladies basketball for the Cards has been like a factory of fantastic players, as Pitzer will get up to 5 points. I mean, there's just a never-ending assembly line, it feels like, for the Cards of great players. Well, a lot of times they're leaning on freshmen and sophomores every given year for their basketball team. It's just phenomenal. It's ridiculous. And, yeah, going to be some great freshmen, sophomores, juniors out there right now on the court trying to earn more minutes. This is Sarber at the line. And you can also see we've got a running clock at this point with the lopsided score. Sarber comes up empty at the line. This is Pitzer driving all the way, shooting and off the back of the rim, fighting for the loose ball. Owens comes away with it. She tries to slow down let her teammates catch up, but she'll just go for it herself. And Smale will come in and grab the rebound. Now the Panthers are the team with more experience on the court. Feels like that's showing here through the first couple minutes of Q4. And there will be a foul there, a shooting foul, which will send Hallie Ball to the line. As a team, the Panthers are 50% from the line. Ball has not been there yet. And neither one goes for Ball.
Quickly puts it back, though. That was Pitzer.
Ties the team lead with her 7th point. She might grab the lead away from her fellow senior, Elizabeth Smale. And that's exactly what she'll do, as Panthers do close in on that 20-point mark. Owens tries to get it into the corner for Fulks. Will be poked out. Still a Cardinals basketball.
Subbing in for the Panthers, number 2, Stevie Bassett.
They will send in Stevie Bassett. So a lot more experience out there for the Panthers.
Yeah,
should be a good,
much more.
Good learning experience for these Cardinals players. What can they do? Here's Wyrick.
See, it is fascinating to see what they're able to do with the opportunity. Of course, not very many minutes combined for any of the players out on the court for the Cardinals. So phenomenal learning happening.
There will be a back court there, giving the basketball away. And a foul is going to be called against Wyrick as she was aggressive towards the loose ball.
First personal, 3rd team foul.
Already a 3rd team foul here in the 4th quarter. Still every player marked very tightly by the Cards. And Ball's pass will be given away here. Owens gives it to Sarber and gets that one to go.
And that one given away by the Panthers. Cards going to roll the other direction now.
This is Kylie Bourne. She's going to go all the way. And that one it'll be a shooting foul for her. So the sophomore will go to the line.
Foul number 2, Stevie Bassett. Second personal, 2nd team.
Impressive to see the amount of fight put up by the Cardinals on the court right now. Of course, you mentioned so little experience, and you can definitely tell that they are not the more experienced 5 on the floor, but doing a really good job to put up some good fight here. Not let the Panthers just go on one of those sustained runs to end this game.
Jasmine Hawkins Clement comes in for Paola. And Bourne gets that one to go.
Very nicely done, nicely orchestrated. Now it comes down to the Panthers' approach here in the final minutes. See if they choose to be aggressive and move quickly, which it looks like they will.
Oh, and a nice weighted ball there by Pitzer. Puts her into double digits, up to 10.
I'll consider that question answered. We know the approach the Panthers are taking. Get as many points as possible. Cards trying to answer back quickly, though.
And they've moved up past the 20-point mark. Definitely they sense an opportunity to get some points on the board, come away with some consolation from this game. Specifically, I see that determination in the eyes of Hallie Ball, number 33, who will get the ball here, and she will go for 3. That one bounces off the rim, taken down by Bourne.
Bourne walking down court, looking for an opportunity. And nothing there.
Out of reach there for Sarber. Now a quadruple change for Paola. We'll take off Bassett, Smale, Ball, and Pitzer. So all of a sudden, all their experience taken off the court, doing the same thing that the Cardinals are, giving some experience
elsewhere
to some seldom used players. This is Kaylee Quiros. She finds Katzer, who was in the starting 5, gets this one back. Back to Quiros, under a minute to go in the game. Quiros being pressured by Bourne, and Bourne will commit a foul. So it'll be an inbound. The 5 out there for Paola: Bryn Sanders, Kaylee Quiros, Ashlyn Katzer, Zoe Fletcher, and Jasmine Hawkins-Clement.
And truly, really good opportunity for both teams here. I mean, the little experience they're going to get, always going to be beneficial to these younger players. And all of them looking to prove something, looking to determine a bit of what their minutes may look like in the future. So a lot to play for the 10 out on the court at the moment with what little time we have left.
This will stay a Paola ball. Can they get one last basket here? The Cardinals will try and mark them defensively and not let it happen, and Bourne will take it away. Could the Cards put up one last basket? Bourne certainly would like to try. She's able to find Folks, and then it's taken away there, and that will be the end of this game. 66-21, the Cardinals with a big victory here as they assert their dominance here at home and get their 6th win on the season. For the Panthers, they fall to 0-7. Their struggles continue. The Lady Cards are 2-0 in 2026, and they have gotten a nice victory here. We will take a break. When we're back, we will wrap this one up. Then we'll have another break and transition into pregame for the boys basketball game. The same matchup. Keep it here. We've got a doubleheader on Eudora Sports Live.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
I just want to thank everybody in the community for trusting us with the care of their animals, and go Dogs!
Schedule an appointment by calling 785-542-3265 or visit eudoravet.com.
More time before you wake up in the wild.
Our natural world needs us now. Step by step, side by side, together, we can find a way to ensure that all life on Earth can thrive. To learn more about how you can help protect and conserve nature, visit nature.org.
Your home for live, local sports. Varsity Sports Live delivers professional level coverage with high-quality video and broadcasters that know your schools and community.
Touchdown, Tonganoxie!
With the support of local businesses, you never pay to watch Varsity Sports. Live, local, free high school sports coverage. That's Varsity Sports Live.
Rasp gets it away. Moore's down the middle. And he makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans!
Keep up with the action at varsitysportslive.com. Live, local, free high school sports.
Charlie was born at LMH. We had a great team of nurses. Not only did they check in on us regularly, they always asked if we had questions, always made sure that we understood what was going on. I cannot say enough wonderful things about the labor and delivery, family birthing, and mother baby care team at LMH Health. We had to put our entire trust into their hands, and just everyone was so friendly and so supportive.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here as part of Fort Scott Community College's John Deere Tech program. Maybe you belong here as part of the perennial playoff-bound Greyhound baseball team. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
All right, post-game show here brought to us by Eudora Animal Hospital. For 40 years, Eudora Animal Hospital has been caring for pets and livestock with fair pricing, trusted service, and compassionate care. Pet owners from across the region trust their four-legged friends to Eudora Animal Hospital. To learn more, visit eudoravet.com. So a 45-point victory in the end, 66-21 is the final score. That fourth quarter, Cards only put up 3 compared to Paola's 7, which was their biggest quarter. But in the end, it's a moot point by a big margin. The Cardinals had a very, very strong performance there, one of their best offensively all year, but I think that's just looking at it on paper. If we're really watching that game, that was one of their best defensive performances all season long. And that's going to be something that, even though this was an opponent they were expected to beat by such a margin, they're going to say, remember how we played in this game. Remember how aggressive we were, how we were able to get to the ball, how we were able to create breakaways. We want to continue to play like that. And I saw that in the Cardinals. Until they hit the 60-point mark, they were relentless with their starters fighting towards the ball. And then once they put in the backups, even they were still told the same message. You will go for every pass. You will mark them hard. You will press. And we're going to win the ball, and we're going to win the game. And I think I think that everything played out exactly the way the head coach, Brandon Parker, would have liked it to in this game. Hayden, what are your thoughts on the way it all played out?
Yeah, I mean, I think you summarized it well. This was a game that the Cardinals would expect to win coming in on paper. But, man, the defensive execution was so flawless all day long. You could tell from the early minutes of the first quarter that Paola was uncomfortable. You could tell they never really got to settle into the game and kind of execute the game plan they wanted to execute. It was just relentless fire and pressure for the entire game, and it's so difficult to win when you get put in that spot, and they were never really close to doing so after that pressure really started to mount. So Cards did a really good job defensively. I think they are going to have things they want to improve on and clean up offensively. Passing the ball around as you're on those breakaways, moving up and down court is a big one, I think. But other than that, I mean, really did a lot of things well today. It's hard to criticize a team that just won by over 40 points, but Cards just had a really, really impressive game, and going forward, you've got to feel confident about the rest of their schedule as they continue to move forward. Looking at Paola, I think it's just one of those learning experiences. It's one of those games against a really good team where you come in likely knowing you're not going to have a great shot at winning it. You just do the best you can, and once the game seems out of reach, you just look to take lessons away. You look to learn as much as you can and take away as much beneficial evidence as you possibly can get. Looking at the rest of the Card schedule, they've got Baldwin later on this week. I believe that'll be on Friday night. And then they've got Bonner Springs next week as well. So it's looking promising for the Cards this year as they move to 6-1 on the year.
Yeah, big win for them. They get 2-0 in 2026. They're coming off of that tournament where they got beat by Silver Lake in the final. So they get a good bounce back to get a couple wins here against opponents they were expected to beat. And that should, I was going to say that was continue against Baldwin. Baldwin at 3-3 right now. We'll see how that one, anyone could surprise them, certainly.
Yep.
But I think that the Cardinals have got a great run here within the Frontier League. A lot of teams they're expected to beat. They could repeat as champions. They have just been a fantastic team. And yeah, a really big win here. Unless there's anything else we can add, I honestly think that we talked about it a lot during the game. I liked how they played. They stuck to their style.
Yep.
They were. I think that their intention was to still learn from this game, and I hope that they did that very, very well. It sure seemed like they did. They played their style really well. They executed. They hit a few threes. They were great at the line. The only thing maybe you could say you didn't like the fouls, but that's maybe just going to be a consequence that you have to live with when you're going to play that aggressive defense. And I think that the success defensively did outweigh the cost that they gave up at the free throw line. But that's something that maybe in a different type of game could come back and hurt them. But
absolutely,
with the way that this one went, I think that, you're honestly searching to try and find negatives and cons because they played so well. So yeah, we will leave that one there. We'll go to a break, and when we're back, it's the pregame show for the boys game. Same matchup, Cards against Paola.
Charlie.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, preparing for a career in healthcare as part of Fort Scott Community College's nursing program. Or maybe you belong on stage as part of the Hounds band or theater department. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
I just want to thank everybody in the community for trusting us with the care of their animals, and go Dogs!
Schedule an appointment by calling 785-542-3265 or visit eudoravet.com.
All right, welcome to the pregame show brought to us by Fort Scott Community College. You belong at Fort Scott Community College. From nursing to farm and ranch management, John Deere Tech to theater, and so much more, plus championship caliber athletic programs. Learn more at fortscott.edu. So we've got this matchup here between the boys of Eudora and Paola. The Cards come in 2-4 on the year. They're coming off of a fourth place finish in the tournament, whereas these Panthers come in 4-2. Last year they split their matchups here. Hayden, you want to give us some extra analysis on this matchup with the Panthers?
Yeah, for sure. Coming into this one, you see a Cards team that is 2-4 at this point in the season, so not their strongest start. The first two games that we covered, which are their first two of the year, were really marked by strong first halves matched by second half meltdowns where they would run right with whatever team they were playing early on. It was Spring Hill in one of the games, and I believe Atchison in the other, where they were essentially going step for step with their opponent. And then as the game got deeper into the second quarter and then into the third especially, you would see the Cards just completely go cold where the other team continued that scoring run. And those games look maybe not as close as they were overall, and certainly not as close as they looked early on in the game. But Cards looking to get some redemption off of that. They did win their most recent game, which was in Tonganoxie. And that was a fairly impressive. That was an 80-63 margin in that game. They did also just come off a Rock Creek tournament appearance where they beat Goodland, lost to Rock Creek, and then lost to Heston to finish fourth place in that tournament. They did have Cash Schneider and Cy Thomas both end up on the all-tournament team for the tournament as sophomores. So something certainly noteworthy there. Two impact players on the Cards that we've seen all year long continue to make an impact over at Rock Creek. But this matchup, certainly some history. Paola looks really good. They're 4-2 coming into this game. So we may see a bit of the opposite we saw on the girls' side. You start on the numbers leaning the Panthers' way in this boys' matchup, whereas we were leaning pretty heavily the Cards' way on the girls' side. But we know these kind of games can be won or lost by anybody, especially with that 80-point drop on last Friday with the Cards in Tonganoxie. Tells us they're still more than capable of putting up those points, still more than capable of surprising just about anybody. And the Panthers playing in the Cards' house tonight, so anything can happen, but this Panthers team, the black and gold, do certainly look formidable tonight, Reed, coming into this one.
And is this right here, Hayden? I'm seeing we played them twice within 10 days last year.
Yep.
And that in Paola, that we won by 7, and here we lost by 21. Is that right? We call so many games it can be easy to forget some of them. That's interesting.
Well, we wouldn't have been in Paola, if I recall correctly.
Right.
Basketball season, we rarely hit the road, but that wouldn't necessarily shock me. We see a lot of mid-season basketball games with Frontier League that are close together. Baldwin, Lewisburg, some of those games tend to fall very close together, but that's pretty amazing to look at coming into this one, just as far as history goes.
Yeah,
one
so
close game and one not so close.
Definitely a tough one to call, but as you said, I think that you'd have to lean towards Paola in terms of if you had to guess for this one. They're 4-2, Cards 2-4. We will see, though, when they meet out on the court, couple minutes before tip-off. We will go to another break here.
Charlie was born at LMH. We had a great team of nurses. Not only did they check in on us regularly, they always asked if we had questions, always made sure that we understood what was going on. I cannot say enough wonderful things about the labor and delivery, family birthing, and mother baby care team at LMH Health. We had to put our entire trust into their hands, and just everyone was so friendly and so supportive.
For the best care for your pet, choose Dodto Veterinary Clinic. Dr. Matt Fair and his team are dedicated to providing high-quality medical care with compassion and a personal touch. They treat every pet as their own, ensuring they receive the attention and respect they deserve. For routine checkups, testing, vaccinations, chiropractic and acupuncture care, or surgical services, you can trust Dr. Fair and his team at Dodto Veterinary Clinic. Call 913-585-1115 to schedule an appointment today or visit DodtoVetClinic.com.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here as part of Fort Scott Community College's John Deere Tech program. Maybe you belong here as part of the perennial playoff-bound Greyhound baseball team. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
All right, back here, we're about to get our lineups for this one between Eudora and Paola.
Welcome to our final matchup, featuring the Paola Panthers and your Eudora Cardinals. Now for your starting lineup. For the Panthers, number 3, 5'11" sophomore, Landon Murdoch. For your Cardinals, number 1, 6'1" sophomore, Shai Thomas. For the Panthers, number 5, 6'1" junior, Stephen Bassett. For the Cardinals, number 4, 6'7" junior, Ryan Osberg. For the Panthers, number 21, 6'8" senior, Hoyt Hoffine. For the Cardinals, number 10, 6'1" junior, Caden Gunsman. For the Panthers, number 25, 6'2" sophomore, Emmett Blackmore. And for your Cardinals, number 24, 6'3" sophomore, Cash Snyder. And last for the Panthers, number 32, 6'8" senior, Lane Popeye. And last but not least for the Cardinals,
So it's one senior in the starting lineup for Eudora, a couple in the starting lineup for the Panthers. And the Hoffine brothers, oh man, they are dangerous, as the Cardinals have learned before in the past. We are about to get our opening tip-off, which will be brought to us by Wolf Diagnostic and Automotive. Since 2005, Wolf Diagnostic and Automotive has been keeping Eudora moving. You can find them at 208 East Street. From tune-ups to major repairs, they service all makes and models with honesty and care. Call 785-542-5152 today, and Wolf Diagnostic will get you back on the road quickly.
Yeah, I can remember last year, those Hoffine brothers alone being really, really dangerous on the Panthers side. So this is going to be an interesting matchup. Again, Cards have been no strangers to starting hot this year. It's been finishing games off strong on the games we've seen that have been the struggle. Evidently was not the case last week in a 17-point victory over the Tonganoxie Chieftains, where they reached 80. Tip-off coming, and it will go the way of the Panthers to start.
So underway here, as we said, Panthers, you'd think, be the favorites here. Maybe 60-40 in their favor. Stephen Bassett gets that one to go. Not to be confused with Stevie Bassett from the previous game.
Maybe some correlation.
This is Cy Thomas pulling up for the long two. Won't get it.
Defense going to be instrumental here if you allow the Panthers to really walk away early with this one, get a couple of scores up. Could be a long day for the Cards to try to find their way back in.
And a pass there stings the hand of Stephen Bassett. Cards in that on the way to the fourth place finish, had some close defeats in their tournament. Oh, and a giveaway there by Osborne. Panthers break down court, and that'll be a foul by Cy Thomas.
Foul number 1, Cy Thomas. First personal, first team foul. Number 3, Landon Murdoch at the line.
Starting five, in case you couldn't hear our PA: Landon Murdoch, Stephen Bassett, Hoyt Hoffine, Emmett Blackmore, and Lane Hoffine for Paola. For the Cards, Cy Thomas, Ryan Osborne, Caden Dunback, Cash Schneider, and Cage Crable. Murdoch gets them both to go. So the first 4 points of this game go to the visitors.
Cards need to get a fairly quick answer here. Thomas to Osborne, some of the shooting stars of the Cards getting hands on the ball early on in this possession.
Oh, and Schneider, you want to talk about a great shooter. Couldn't get the handle on the pass from Crable. An unnecessary turnover and loss of possession for Eudora. Can't afford those, but you can maybe afford them this early on, but you got to shake those out.
Absolutely. Yeah, feels fairly hefty even early on in the game to lose a possession like that against a team of this caliber in the Paola Panthers. You have the feeling they're going to be the kind of team to make you pay for it if you do it later into the game.
Layoff here for Blackmore, no good. Grabs his own rebound. No one else even tried for it from Eudora. That's not going to make Coach Cleveland happy.
No, not a bit. You're fortunate to get those misses at all. Cy Thomas almost looked like he was going to do it himself.
Oh, and Dunback cuts the lead in half.
And he does do it himself. And a foul comes. That is going to go the way of the Cardinals. Dunback, the man with the three-pointer, the one to bring it over to the other side of the court.
Here is Cy Thomas with the long two. No good. And it's going to be a carry there. Turns it over. Paola fans do not like it.
Ref caught that one pretty much immediately, so you'd think whatever he saw was more than enough to convince him substantially. The trademark "you can't do that" chance echoing from the Cards side.
That could be a costly turnover there, as the Cards could maybe get some
Cards-
momentum after the missed shot. Osborne fighting for some room, gets the rebound, grabs it again, goes back up, and could not get over the head of Hoyt Hoffine, who stands 6'8", the only man out there that's going to be taller than Ryan Osborne.
Yeah, and it seems when some of these Cards players try to, say, do it themselves in a sense, where Osborne, as crowded as he was, couldn't necessarily pass, but just kept trying to go up for it. Those Panthers players around him got better and better at swatting that shot out of his hands.
I said he's the only man taller. Both Hoffine stand 6'8".
Unreal.
Foul number 3, Landon Murdoch. First personal, first team foul.
Checking into the game, Keelan Duncan will take the place of Cage Crable. Schneider to take this inbound. He will find Osborne, and now Duncan gets his first touch. Here's Schneider. He's dangerous from 3, but could not tie the game.
So nearly did.
There's Murdoch. Driving, going, shooting, no good, but the rebound, well, being fought over. The whistles are blowing as the two players still ripping at the basketball. Are they calling a foul or a jump here?
You would have initially thought jump,
but I've seen
still no call coming.
Suppose it was a jump ball. I never saw the indication.
Yeah, but possession looks like that was the call, and it did go Eudora's way.
So after a little bit of a concerning start where Paola were scoring easily, they've now gone on a dry spell. Can the Cardinals capitalize, though?
It's going to be the important part. The dry spell won't matter ultimately if the Cards aren't able to punish it with their little scoring spree of their own.
And that one will go out off of Osborne, so a possession given away there. Both teams giving away possessions at this point.
And a sloppy start like this for both teams does usually mean whichever one is able to compose themselves the quickest will be able to really start to take control.
Lloyd Hoffine's shot no good, but that one will find Blacklock, and he can't get it.
Duncan, a really good job to flip that one out of his hands to Dunback.
Osborne just goes for the 3, and we're tied!
And what looks sluggish for the Cards has immediately turned into a close game once again through the power of all these electric scorers on the Cardinals sideline.
For the Cardinals, number 53, Carter Lewis.
So it was 6-0, it's now 6-6, and it's only on 2 baskets for the Cards. Dunback and Osborne draining some 3s.
Schneider,
Schneider gets a hand to the ball. There is Bassett is turning towards the basket. Everyone here loves that.
Schneider timed that absolutely perfectly. Went up and used his body and his arms to prevent that shot, really at the only millisecond where it would have worked properly.
Blackmore goes to the bench. Troy Leonard steps in. Number 24 takes the place of number 25. Thomas trying to put the handles on Murdoch. He did pretty well defensively to slow him down. This is now Dunback spinning, shooting, and
nicely done.
Lead.
Very nicely done.
That is 8 unanswered for Eudora. Hoffine moves it around. Now Leonard. Back to Murdoch. Panthers moving the ball around, and a whistle will go for a foul against Eudora. So it'll be a Paola inbound.
Cards are, all things considered, doing a pretty good job in the paint. Since that initial scoring spree from Paola, they have not allowed much of anything as far as progress goes in the paint since then.
Carter Lewis has snuck out onto the court, number 53. He got hit with the foul, and he will bring this one down, the 6'2 sophomore.
Urgency here.
Dunback cannot continue his run of scoring. He's been great. And there will be a foul on the floor that will give possession away to Paola.
A little disappointing there as Lewis came up big to grab it off the rebound again.
And they hit Carter Lewis with it again. So he quickly commits 2 personal fouls.
And you'd love to see the Cards really keep their foot on the gas and continue to score cleanly. is now with the advantage, and the Panthers yet to answer that unanswered spell. Cards have a really good opportunity here to get points on the board if the defense keeps clicking.
That was really pretty by Murdoch. Left his defender in the dust, pulled up for the mid-range shot and got it. We're tied. Oh, and catching that one in the air, jumping up for it was Leonard. He couldn't get it. Here's Keelan Duncan, puts on the brakes, finds Schneider under all kinds of pressure, and one!
Goodness, I cannot believe the body movement and the spatial awareness of Cash Schneider in that moment. Not only to catch the pass from Keelan Duncan, but the way that he was able to move to keep himself even within the realm of possibility to score is madly impressive there.
Hunter Hertig out onto the court. And Schneider makes it a three-point play. Something he's familiar with, but not normally in that style.
Yeah, a little bit different execution. A little more urgency in the ball movement from the Panthers here. Whistle blows, that foul gonna go the way of Paola.
Foul number 4, Ryan Osborne. First personal, fourth team foul.
That personal foul goes against Ryan Osborne, his first of the game.
Yeah,
the
team's
fourth.
fourth. So Panthers will likely go into the bonus here in this first quarter. Not there yet though. Leonard finds Miller into Hoffine, and Hoyt Hoffine will score his first points. The 6'8" senior.
Can he share a little bit of height maybe?
Well, I mean, Lane Hoffine's also 6'8", so they both got all of it for themselves.
I'll borrow some from both.
Looks like this will send Cy Thomas to the line, as Murdoch is hit with his second, team's third.
Thomas with an opportunity at his first points of the day. And neither team really safe in terms of possibly going into the bonus here. Still 2 full minutes to go. Thomas will extend the lead slightly. Hits the first.
Setting into the Panthers, number 10, Nealon Gurkin. And for the Cardinals, number 13, Jay Noble.
Jay Noble out there for the Cards. And Thomas drains them both. Gives the Cardinals their biggest lead.
Nicely done by Osborne there.
Ended up being a giveaway to Bassett, who will draw a foul on his way to the basket. That puts Paola into the bonus and sends the shooter to the line.
Bassett 2 points to his name today. He's got the opportunity to double it here.
Blackmore and Lane Hoffine re-enter the court, as well as Dunback for the home team. And Bassett does bring it within one. Dunback finds Noble. This is Hunter Hertig. Schneider gets that one taken off, and
he got punished for it.
It's going to be a foul on Gannon Miller, the junior.
Almost looked like Cash Schneider was fairly willing to take that hit to draw the foul. Gotta respect it, although you never love seeing one of your top players get hit that way.
One more foul would send Eudora to the bonus. Referee having some words here with Jay Noble. Don't know if there was some confusion or something that maybe he shouldn't have said or done, not sure. Anyway, whistle blows, Noble inbounds to Schneider, and before anything further can happen, Hertig will be knocked to the floor, so Eudora is sent to the bonus for an off-ball foul.
And even more so, sent to the bonus with enough time to make it count.
He was run over by Emmett Blackmore. So to the line goes the 6'3" freshman. He and Julian Otis traded jerseys at the start of this season, so the initial roster had it technically wrong. He was 23, and he's like, I'd rather be 3. And Otis said, well, I'd rather be 23. So they made a jersey swap. And Hurtig goes 0 for 2 at the line, so the lead stays at 1. But the Cardinals are in the bonus. They also have to be mindful that Paola is in the bonus. There is Gannon Miller under pressure from Noble. Miller sets his feet. A nice pass there for
deflected
Troutman.
Away. That was Osborne once again getting an arm to it.
Here is Osborne, thought about the 3, drained one earlier. Hurtig under pressure and 1.
And he makes up for the misses earlier, gets just as many points on that shot, and he's gonna have an opportunity to tack on another. Really, really impressed with the ball movement so far in the paint for the Cards. They've been tossing the ball around like they all know exactly where the other's gonna go with it, which has been a big part of some of the points they've been able to get so far.
And he does do better at the line. Now 1 for 3 in the game. Quickly, Paola turned down court. This is Gherkin in for Lane Hoffine. They think that he moved his feet. The call won't come. He gets his first points. Dunback was pushed there, but they call it clean, and now Lane Hoffine's in clean. He'll miss, but the ball comes back to him. He'll have another chance, and they're gonna get the ball away. Now what's the call here? A foul. Dunback on the floor alongside Gannon Miller. Either way, it'll send the team to the line, and it'll be the Cardinals going to the free throw line.
I was about to say, you got to be amazed if the Cards don't get any calls their way in that sequence.
How did Hoffine miss that one all by himself? And then he even had a second chance bringing it down, couldn't find a teammate, and the Cardinals come away with the chance at the line with their leading scorer, Caden Dunback.
Dunback does drain the first. Make it 6 for him on the day in total.
Remember, it was 6-0 for Paola, and the Cardinals put up 8 unanswered. It's been pretty back and forth since then, but the Cards have held on to the lead. Dunback goes 1 of 2. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Into Leonard.
Off the hands of Leonard initially.
Now Murdoch. Bassett. And the whistles will blow for a foul or a violation against the Panthers.
So both teams in the bonus still. Shot clock is going to be off now, so Cards are going to have their pick of how they want to approach this possession.
They'll send in Thomas for Noble. Thomas tends to be a catalyst of good things offensively.
When he's on, it's nearly unbeatable. Certainly difficult to stop.
He's going to want to take the last shot here, especially considering they've already got the lead. Trying to put the handles on Gannon Miller. Finds a little bit of space, drives. They're going to blow this one off, though, for a travel.
Oh, my goodness. Certainly thought they had an and one opportunity. You can see players on the Cards sideline actually with hands on their head.
So that means 5.4 seconds for Paola, which feels like an ominous number. Feels a little bit too big. Maybe they could get down court and try to tie this game. Here is Miller taking up a lot of space, and it goes off the rafters.
And off the shoulder of Ryan Osborne.
So the Cardinals will lead after the first quarter, 17-14. We'll take a quick break.
For the best care for your pet, choose Dodto Veterinary Clinic. Dr. Matt Fair and his team are dedicated to providing high-quality medical care with compassion and a personal touch. They treat every pet as their own, ensuring they receive the attention and respect they deserve. For routine checkups, testing, vaccinations, chiropractic and acupuncture care, or surgical services, you can trust Dr. Fair and his team at Dodto Veterinary Clinic. Call 913-585-1115 to schedule an appointment today or visit DeSotoVetClinic.com.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, studying animal science or learning about farm and ranch management. Maybe you belong here as part of Hounds Hoops on the hardwood. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
For the best care for your pet, choose DeSoto Veterinary.
All right, second quarter here after a very eventful first. We saw the Panthers jump out to a quick 6-point lead, taken away by an 8-point run from Eudora, and then going back and forth. Has seen the Cardinals maintain that lead. But I mean, it feels like the Panthers are right there. They could easily get on a run. They've made some opportunities and just haven't taken them. I think the Cardinals should consider themselves fortunate to be where they are right now, but they've also earned it. Both teams could be playing a little bit better.
Cards to their credit have done a really good job capitalizing on those opportunities, though.
Denied
Beautiful.
by Lane Hoffine.
Denied cleanly by Lane Hoffine as well.
Here's Hoyt Hoffine in the corner. Bounce pass in for Blackmore off the glass. He gets his own rebound, goes back up, and won't get that either. Thomas nearly brought it down, but Blackmore again gets the rebound. 3 tries now, he still can't score. That's where I think the Cardinals would have to consider themselves fortunate, but the Panthers continue to shoot blanks right now. Turning
pressure must be a part of it.
There is Crable back out on the court. Dunback, the team's leading scorer. And he's going to be caught off guard by that pass. It's a cheap giveaway to Bassett, who will get an and one. He could tie this game.
Foul number 10, Kate Dunback. First team foul.
Dunback just really caught off guard by that pass there. And this game will be tied. Bassett 3 for 3 at the line. Leads his team for scoring with 7.
Now this is where you look to see the Cards not let that pressure of now being tied push them too hard.
Yeah, we haven't been tied for a while. Last time we were was when it was 8-8.
Well, and we have seen these Cardinals, you know, as the game has drawn on and it's stayed close, we've seen them be the first team to break. You look to hopefully see that break the other way this time around, see the Cards remain resilient, but the Panthers on the attack.
Schneider, really impressive job to hold on to that ball. Hand on that one from Miller. It'll still be a Eudora basketball with 25 on the shot clock. Here is Caden Dunback. Coach Cleveland was telling Caden to go towards the ball. He ended up getting it anyway. Thomas trying to get back from under the basket, couldn't get it. And now the Panthers with the chance to regain the lead for the first time in a while. First time since they scored the first baskets of the game.
Yep.
But they will give it back to Thomas, and then a whistle will blow for a foul against Gannon Miller.
Number 1, Gannon Miller, second personal, second team foul.
That one, interesting. Miller must have gotten a piece of it, but then knocked it into Cy Thomas. And it is called a Paola basketball. Both teams have been wasteful with a lot of possessions. The Panthers have had some shots that have inexplicably not converted, but Bassett
really
with a
pretty
great turn and shot there. He's up to 9, gives his team the lead back. Dunback gets it out to Osborne. Now Thomas. Crable, up to Osborne, he'll get it to go. Beautiful connection there. Here is Hoyt Hoffine from way downtown.
Wow.
Oh my.
My goodness, he made that look so easy. Almost threw it overhand like it was a pass.
Now the Panthers on a bit of a run, 7 unanswered for them. Or rather, no, that's incorrect. But they do regain the lead there through Hoffine.
First personal, second team foul. Subbing in for the Cardinals, number 5, Keelan Duncan. Subbing in for the Panthers, number 24, Troy Miller.
Schneider finds Keelan Duncan just back out there, but couldn't get that to go. Now the Panthers could maybe add to their lead. Another 3 for Hoffine. And it'll be grabbed by Lane Hoffine near the basket. He loses it, but it finds his teammate, Gannon Miller, who gets his first points.
So all of a sudden, game maybe starting to break the Panthers' way a little bit here. Cards really in pretty severe need, it feels like, actually, to get some points on the board and get a run here. Just because we have seen that kind of stifle happen this year already.
This quarter is 10-2 for Paola. But that'll change as Osborne gets that to go.
Subbing in for the Cardinals, number 3, Hunter Hurley.
This is Miller. Now Leonard. Blackmore. Hoyt Hoffine thought about the 3 again. This time drives, gets around Hurtig and puts that one in. Hurtig with a no-look pass to Duncan and tore the defense apart.
There's Duncan's first points of the day.
It's really all on that assist from Hurtig. The deception with the no-look made everyone abandon the basket, and Duncan found all kinds of space.
He came away with it, too.
But now he'll get hit with the foul, Keelan Duncan.
First personal, second team foul.
Thought he was getting a reward. He gets a foul instead.
Hoyt Hoffine all by himself for 3, no good. Duncan slips but does grab the rebound. And then finds Schneider in a bit of room. Nice move by Cash Schneider, and they'll score.
Cash Schneider finds it like money. Starting to get a little bit hot here in a timeout. Looks like it's going to be taken.
Brings the game within 1. The Panthers will call a timeout, try and slow things down.
For the best care for your pet, choose Dodto Veterinary Clinic. Dr. Matt Fair and his team are dedicated to providing high-quality medical care with compassion and a personal touch. They treat every pet as their own, ensuring they receive the attention and respect they deserve. For routine checkups, testing, vaccinations, chiropractic and acupuncture care, or surgical services, you can trust Dr. Fair and his team at Dodto Veterinary Clinic. Call 913-585-1115 to schedule an appointment today or visit DodtoVetClinic.com.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here as part of Fort Scott Community College's John Deere Tech program. Maybe you belong here as part of the...
All right, back here, 3:33 before halftime. The Panthers call a timeout as the Cardinals getting on a bit of a run to try and come back. Hoyt Hoffine has been the main source of points in the second quarter. Lane Hoffine trying to get in on it and will. Keelan Duncan drives off the glass, no good. Hurtig rebounds, finds some space, and he will draw a foul. 4th team foul from Paola, and it sends Hurtig to the line where he's 1 of 3.
3 minutes left on the clock means plenty of time left if the Cards are to get put into the bonus. Plenty more time for that to be of some significant impact.
And Hurtig up to 50% at the line.
Subbing in for the Panthers, number 10, Keelan Duncan. Subbing in for the Cardinals, number
Makes his 4th points of the day. It just looks ridiculous for Paola. Both Hoffines right there by the bottom of the basket. So much bigger than everyone else as Hertig goes 2 for 2.
Brings it within 1. Oh, and just gets into the hands of
Schneider.
Blackmore.
Cash Schneider almost took that one the other way, completely uncontested.
Foul number 3, Leonard Hurting. First personal, third team foul.
Gannon Miller working against Noble. Go around the horn. Wayne Hoffine comes up with it. Trying to work towards the basket. Loses the handle.
He lost it.
He's done that a couple of times now, and that one will touch paint out of bounds, so it's a Cards ball.
So we in for the Panthers, number 24, Troy Winter.
Thomas finds some space all by himself off the glass. Cards lead.
Really good job on the resilience for the Cards here so far in the second quarter, and it continues.
That's wasteful there from Blackmore, but the Cards equally wasteful.
That long hook shot would have hit Cash Schneider, leaving him with nothing but court in front of him, but a little bit short allows it to be hooked by a Panthers player. Panthers now a chance to take the lead back.
There is no telling who will lead at halftime.
No.
Wayne Hoffine steps out. His big frame, a little bit too big to go along the baseline.
And those Hoffines were as dangerous as they are on scoring. They've both been a little bit sloppy today as far as some penalties and some missteps goes. Each have had a couple.
Looks like they actually caught a foul on him rather than stepping out. So that puts the Cards into the bonus, and it's his first personal. Thomas sees Hertig in the corner. Throws it like the quarterback that he is. Schneider, though, the bounce pass. Osborne somehow gets it and draws a foul. That's some unreal effort from number 4.
Yes. I mean, that looked like a ball that was surefire out of the Cards' hands. And purely by the effort and the awareness of Ryan Osborne, stays with the Cards, and they're going to get shots with it.
He has 7 points. That leads the Cardinals.
Dunback and Hertig trail closely. Osborne extended a little bit, though.
And he goes 2 for 2. Put the Cardinals lead to 3.
And this is the kind of game where a 3-point lead feels pretty significant. Neither team has really been able to stretch it any farther than that. In fact, that may be the biggest lead of the day by either team.
It's going to be a foul there underneath the basket. It's the 4th foul against the Cards. They'd like to try and get to halftime before they send Paola into the bonus. So Cash Schneider hit with his first. Hoyt Hoffine. Miller, and now Bassett in the corner. And tied, wow. We are tied.
Very impressive shot from Bassett. A little bit fortunate maybe, but a very good job nonetheless.
But Schneider wants a 3 of his own, won't get it, gets knocked to the floor, no call. And now Bassett on the breakaway. Can he give his team the lead? Thomas denies him. Will send him to the line, puts Paola into the bonus.
That may be worth it. Just as far as the momentum that would have given the Panthers, it may be worth it to allow a couple of free throws.
Where it might not be is if that's Thomas's 3rd personal.
Right.
If it were his first, it's a different story.
Yes, very true. First one for Bassett will go. puts his total on the day up to a whopping 13 points.
And
as
he's
we
also
approach half.
100% at the line, 4 of 4.
Cards needing to bank on him missing. Has not been a sure bet today at all, and he's going to drain it.
A 5-point run for Paola after the Cardinals had taken the lead. Schneider will go to the line for a couple. He's 1 of 1 there so far.
Second personal. Third personal. Number 24, Cash Schneider on the line.
Schneider generally very good at the line. Rushed himself a bit there maybe. And won't get either one to go.
A rare 0 for 2.
Yeah, so the score stays right where it is with 30 seconds to go. Slight, maybe 1 second difference between shot and game clock. Noble putting the pressure on. Leonard now with the ball, lays it off, but Noble comes in and steals it away. Another chance at the line here. It's a third personal foul against Leland Gherkin. A lot like we saw in the ladies' game. Foul trouble for both teams. Playing a big part here. And in a game this close, that's going to matter.
Yes, and it means making the free throw is going to matter a lot too. Jay Noble comes up clutch on the first shot. The Cards have been 1.
Number 5, Keelan Duncan. Number 14, Brett Pickett. And number 33, Gage Crable.
Brett Pickett, Cage Crable, Keelan Duncan in. Hertig, Dunback, Osborne out for the final 16 and change. Whistles will blow before Noble's shot. And he's not going to get another chance there.
For it.
Must have been some violation at the line there. Maybe he ran out of time.
Which is a shame because he did get the shot cleanly. Would have tied the game up as we approach half here. Instead, Panthers have an opportunity to try to extend it a little bit going into the locker room. Under 5 now.
And Duncan pokes the ball away. Just gonna have to put this one up. Ooh, not the worst shot in the world from Miller, but it'll be a 1-point lead for Paola at halftime after the Cardinals had a 3-point lead at the end of 1. It is a close game here. It will continue to be in the second half, so don't go anywhere. We've got some halftime analysis here on Eudora Sports Live.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
I just want to thank everybody in the community for trusting us with the care of their animals, and go Dogs!
Schedule an appointment by calling 785-542-3265 or visit eudoravet.com.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, studying animal science or learning about farm and ranch management. Maybe you belong here as part of Helms Hoops on the hardwood. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
More time before you wake up in the wild.
Our natural world needs us now. Step by step, side by side, together, we can find a way to ensure that all life on Earth can thrive. To learn more about how you can help protect and conserve nature, visit nature.org.
Your home for live, local sports. Varsity Sports Live delivers professional level coverage with high-quality video and broadcasters that know your schools and community.
Touchdown, Tonganachi!
With the support of local businesses, you never pay to watch Varsity Sports. Live, local, free high school sports coverage. That's Varsity Sports Live.
Grass gets it away. Moore's down the middle. And he makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans!
Keep up with the action at varsitysportslive.com. Live, local, free high school sports.
Charlie was born at LMH. We had a great team of nurses. Not only did they check in on us regularly, they always asked if we had questions, always made sure that we understood what was going on. I cannot say enough wonderful things about the labor and delivery, family birthing, and mother baby care team at LMH Health. We had to put our entire trust into their hands, and just everyone was so friendly and so supportive.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here as part of Fort Scott Community College's John Deere Tech program. Maybe you belong here as part of the perennial playoff-bound Greyhound baseball team. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
All right, welcome in here. Halftime show brought to us by Attic Storage of Eudora. Attic offers climate-controlled units, RV, and vehicle storage, plus clean, move-in ready spaces. As a veteran-owned, community-focused business, Attic features monitored 24/7 access with friendly on-site managers. Rent, reserve, and pay online anytime at attic-storage.com. They're honoring the softball team and also track and field here, softball, with the greatest cumulative record of all time in Eudora softball history, and that is saying something because Eudora softball might be the best program at this entire school.
Yep.
And
it was a 27-2 record this previous season, and they went all the way to state.
But so looking at this game, it is 33-32 at halftime. The Cards led after one, by 3. They trail by 1 here at the half. Tough one to call here, Hayden. What did you see in that first half? It was back and forth. We saw a few runs. What are you thinking about it?
The first half, I think, or the first quarter, was definitely a little bit stronger in favor of the Cards. Not immediately. Early on, in the opening minutes, it was Paola, but Eudora did a very good job to take pretty firm control of that first quarter by the end of it. However, second quarter, I will say, not just because of the points, but overall composure and mistakes, I would say Paola did make less. So overall, they look a little bit better going into the locker room, but it's all stuff the Cards can very much so clean up. I know we're kind of beating the dead horse here, but I'm just very, very interested to see how they fare in this third quarter because, of course, their last game they played was a very, very good victory. But the first 2 games of this season, we saw them have first halves like this or very similar to it, where although you were seeing more maybe cracks in the armor in those games, we saw the Cards look very competitive in the first half, only to have a much bigger struggle in the second half and almost completely lose their hold of the game. So I think it's going to be crucial how they respond in this third quarter. I do think they look much better this time around. I see much more evidence that they're just going to continue to play this way. But there have been some moments from both sides where they've looked a little bit sloppy, some dry spells from both sides. I think this second half is very much so going to be a matter of who can keep those dry spells to a minimum and who can keep their consistent scoring the highest. I think the team that goes through more dry spells in the second half and struggles with scoring, minute to minute consistently is going to struggle a lot more.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if Paola started hitting each shot they're taking, they would be gone in this game. Like they have been pretty wasteful and in some pretty impressive fashion, not just missing shots like, a 3 or something like that. They've missed layups and from their 6'8" players, the Hoffines, and
multiple attempts on rebounds that weren't going. I mean, I look at
their scores throughout this season. They put up 82 in their first game, 58 their second, 60, 70. I don't know it seems like this might be the level at which their offense produces.
A stronger second half team, perhaps?
Yeah, but I mean, I'm saying that's about where they are right now.
Yeah.
And so I imagine we could end up just seeing a lot more of the same in the second half, where they're missing at the same rate, making at the same rate. And so the Cardinals just need to be more consistent. Really what helped in the first quarter was making some crucial threes. Those are not something you can necessarily rely on, but you can't get them if you don't try. And the Cardinals have some guys that will be willing to make those attempts. So I've got a lot of hope for the second half, but it is very likely to continue to be close. Of course, now that I've said that, one team will pull away and win by 20. But this has been a close game. I imagine it could stay that way. And the fouls are going to continue to play a big part, you'd also imagine, unless the coaches try and knock that one out. Both teams being sent to the line here is going to be really big, because right now if you can score 4 straight points, that's huge. That is not happening where you get a basket and then make a good defensive stand and then get another basket. That is happening very, very rarely right now in this game. It has been very back and forth. So, yeah, very excited for this second half and interested to see how it all plays out. Go ahead and take one more break here in the halftime show.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
I used to drive an ambulance as an EMT, and I've always tried to be a safe driver. If people knew what I know, lives could be saved. In my car, if I see a truck or bus taking a turn, I know to take my time. When big vehicles turn right, they may swing wide to make the turn. If you try to sneak in, well, it's a lesson you'd rather not learn the hard way. When trucks and buses turn, let's you and I wait. It's our roads, it's our safety.
Hey, I'm Mike Grope, here today to encourage you to connect with 811 before you dig.
And I'm Micro, and I'm here because I love to dig in the dirt.
It's true. He's also here because he's very small and not that bright. Here, for instance, we can see Micro doing what he loves to do. And here we can see the consequences of not doing what he should have done. Dude, why didn't you call 811?
I forgot the number.
See? Not that bright.
Number one, obviously, is safety. We definitely call 811 to find out if there are any buried lines, fiber optic, whether it be telephone or pipeline or anything. Don't take a chance. Don't think you know and say, well, I don't remember anything being put in there. Call 811 and make sure that that's identified, that there isn't something there before you make that crossing. Because in the end, we want everybody going home.
For the best care for your pet, choose Dodto Veterinary Clinic. Dr. Matt Fair and his team are dedicated to providing high-quality medical care with compassion and a personal touch. They treat every pet as their own, ensuring they receive the attention and respect they deserve. For routine checkups, testing, vaccinations, chiropractic and acupuncture care, or surgical services, you can trust Dr. Fair and his team at Dodto Veterinary Clinic. Call 913-585-1115 to schedule an appointment today or visit DodtoVetClinic.com.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
All right, back here for the third quarter. Cards start with the ball. Down by 1. Schneider looking to change that right away and will not. Crable, though, gets up for the rebound. Puts it out to Thomas. Thought about that three.
Oh, lost the handle.
On it is Murdoch. He takes it away.
And he briefly lost the handle.
Hot start here, going back and forth. I mentioned the importance of connecting a couple points, multiple points together has been really tough for either team to do. Just both teams been really effective or even actually ineffective at the same times. And so if we could see even teams string together 4 points at any point, especially if it's 5 or 6 or more, that could be a big determining factor when it comes down to the end, because on the large scale here, this game is pretty back and forth in terms of scoring. A little more, just a little more. Murdoch in no rush here. He's got 4 points to his name. Finds Hoyt Hoffine, he's got 7. Emmett Blackmore has a couple. Gets it into Bassett. He's the game's leader with 14 points. He'll get the assist, giving it to Murdoch, who's up to 6. An errant pass there. We'll give Paola the ball. So now is a chance to string together multiple baskets.
And to possibly make the lead more than one possession, which is not something we have seen hardly any of today.
Yeah, Paola's biggest lead was 6 points. That was when they scored the first 6 points of the game. The Cardinals' biggest lead has been 4 points.
Schneider did a beautiful job deflecting the path of that ball on the way up, right into the hands of Osborne.
And what happens there? He does get a touch off of Hoyt Hoffine. Bounce pass finds
dangerous pass.
Crable at the top of the key, and he finds Schneider, and Schneider scores. 7 points for him in the game. Going to be a foul against Osborne, and it looks like it'll send Hoyt Hoffine to the line. This is the first one. He's got an interesting shooting form. It's worked for him a time from the three-point line.
I'd say it looked very interesting from the three-point line, but it did work. Nonetheless, he's going to go 0 for 2 from the free throw line there. The lead remains at just a point.
Cards will send in Julian Otis for the first time. Here in his senior year, he was electric in the short. He wasn't getting major minutes last year, but when he got out there, he was fantastic. I know that many players and coaches for the Cardinals have been very excited to see him here in his senior season.
Wow.
Lane Hoffine lays that one behind the head and in. He's up to 6 points.
I mean, I still remember Julian Otis's performance in Parsons, Kansas last year. That was a special day for him.
Schneider ends up on the floor. Breaking away here is Murdoch, and it's going to be a shooting foul. He'll go to the line where he's 2 of 2. Already the 3rd team foul for the Cards.
And it feels like overall the Cards are still getting some good fortune here in the 3rd quarter, yet down by 3. If this continues, Cards really need to capitalize on some of these opportunities. Otherwise, Paola currently threatening to start to walk away with it.
Pulling away just a little bit here. It will take some mistakes from them for the Cardinals to get back in, but there have been plenty of those for the Cardinals to try and take advantage of. It is now a 5-point lead. Maybe they could use a 3-pointer. Otis might be able to provide that. Schneider certainly could. Oh, and an errant pass there. Said that it was going to be hard to string multiple baskets together, but the Cardinals handing a tailor-made opportunity to the Panthers to do that. They will go ahead and call a timeout and try to regroup.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, preparing for a career in healthcare as part of Fort Scott Community College's nursing program. Or maybe you belong on stage as part of the Hounds band or theater department. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
Your home for live, local sports. Varsity Sports Live delivers professional level coverage with high-quality video and broadcasters that know your schools and community.
Touchdown, Tonganoxie!
With the support of local businesses, you never pay to watch Varsity Sports. Live, local, free high school sports coverage. That's Varsity Sports Live.
Grass gets it away. Moore's down the middle.
All right, back here. 39-34 our score, 5:30 to go before the fourth quarter. Murdoch driving, and he will score the biggest lead for the Panthers. He's also up to double digits. He's got 10. Schneider along the baseline to Duncan, out for Dunback. Into Osborne, and he will be denied by Hoffine. Hoyt Hoffine, that is, who's got the ball now. And he's going to be taken away by Schneider. Schneider finds Osborne. Paola quickly back, though, ready defensively. Otis in a little bit of space. Back for Schneider, who has some room, and he drains it.
Needed that one.
Boy, did the Cardinals need that. There, he's up to 10.
Cards needed that one desperately, Reed. That one felt so significant. And the entire arena here just lit up a little bit.
Reduces the lead down to 4. Oh, and there's going to be a foul there against Otis. It's a 4th team foul against the Cards. There are no team fouls against Paola here in Q3.
That is only the first personal against Otis, but as you said, those 4 fouls against the team with still over 4 minutes to go in the third quarter, that hurts a bit.
Yeah, the Panthers are pretty inevitably going to go into the bonus. Pass into Hoffine, and he gets robbed by Duncan. He was being lackadaisical there. Here's Schneider to try to continue to bring the score closer, and he will draw a foul, and now he's down, but he will be all right. And Lane Hoffine can't believe that the foul is not going his way. He thought that he had made that play cleanly or either maybe drawn the foul himself. And he's actually going to get hit with a technical here.
That explains some of the frustration on his end. Getting fouled when you didn't think so is one thing. Getting a technical.
That's what it was. That's what the reaction was. It wasn't about the call in the individual moment. It's going to be the tech that he got hit with. Schneider misses the first. He is not doing great from the line. I seem to recall that being a great strength of his generally, but not tonight.
Does that put Schneider up to 11 points on the night?
Yep. 2 of 5 thus far from the line. Cardinals will hold on to the possession after this as well.
Beautifully done by Schneider on the next 2. Catches his composure, gets it back. You hear somebody in the crowd go, how many shots? Schneider, what looked like a frightening start, comes up really clutch.
Now he's 5 of 7 at the line. All of a sudden, that looks like a pretty solid night. Because it is.
Yep. Now knowing that had that many opportunities makes you wish that much more. He could have gotten the first one because he could have tied the game on his own.
I mean, I talked about stringing baskets together. Not only did the Cardinals just get to put up 3 points like that,
but they have a chance to get more.
They get the ball as well. That is a huge, huge moment there with Hoffine getting hit with the tech.
Well, it's an opportunity you can't miss. And narrowly did lose that one. Yeah, this is the kind of opportunity with that tech. A rare win, a rare big win for a team. Don't want to squander this opportunity.
And all of a sudden, it was, remember when it was 4-0 in terms of fouls, it's 4-3. Paola have committed 3 fouls in quick succession.
So things have turned around very quickly in terms of how this third quarter was looking.
Absolutely. Here is Keelan Duncan. He's been a big part of that turnaround.
Schneider
won't get that to go. Bassett gets the rebound.
I think this place would have erupted if that one went in.
4-3. Here is Troy Leonard. No good.
Duncan takes that one away all on his own.
And he got hit in the face, looked like, there by, no, it's going to be against the Cards. Not a foul here. It doesn't, looks like it must have been a travel, double dribble, something like that.
Osborne will come out as Hurtig now enters the fold.
Both number 3s match up with each other, and there will be, I don't know what happened there, call that. Oh, it was away from the ball on Stephen Bassett.
I see.
So we're up to 4 apiece now in terms of fouls. That is unreal. The 7-point lead is turned into a 1-point lead.
4 fouls unanswered.
And yeah, the seemingly inevitable going into the bonus is made now just seem like a normal game of ball where both teams are committing fouls equally. Schneider maybe gets a hand to it. He does just keep it for Dunback. 15 on the shot clock. Here's Schneider. Thought about the 3. Drives. Gets it knocked out of his hands. Bassett is able to put it into space for Murdoch, who goes up and does not score.
Duncan does a good job to keep that one out.
But they're going to hit Dunback with the foul, or Duncan with the foul.
All Duncan can do is laugh at it.
Or no, is it?
They say.
What is the call there?
Interesting. I thought it was either no foul or it was going to be against the Cards.
There is no foul because it's still 4 apiece. I'm lost on that one, but the Cards come away with the ball.
Maybe they were going to foul the Schneider fall on the other side, and that was kind of making up for it.
I don't claim to be a basketball expert.
Neither of us do. Otis nearly pulled up from 3 and got that one. Hurtig to the floor. A hand went to his throat. Could have been just incidental, but does look like a foul will be initiated, and Hurtig going to go to the line.
Foul number 21, White Hotline. 3rd personal. 15th foul. Number 3, Hunter Hurtig at the line.
So the Cards go into the bonus. Hurtig to the line where he's 3 of 5. Crazy that the Cards are first into the bonus.
Right.
Would not have seen that one coming.
Never would have seen that coming. It is an unpredictable game.
And he drains them both. He's done great. He started 0 for 2 at the line and is up to 5 of 7.
He's been flawless since then.
Keeps this game once again within 1.
Otis contesting Murdoch tightly here.
Hoyt Hoffine thought about the 3. Trying to find some space. Gets it to Bassett. Puts it off the glass. No good. Hurtig rebounds. Cards
Schneider.
Try and take the lead on this possession. Here's Cy Thomas.
Beautifully deflected by Cash Schneider. He's had a few of those tonight defensively.
Oh, Thomas with a great move to Otis, but Bassett denies him really cleanly. Here's Murdoch on the break. Finds Hoyt Hoffine. No, he doesn't. He'll go out and be a Paola ball. Cy Thomas interrupting that one.
These denials on defense for both teams been really, really clean, really, really impressive for the most part. Of course, the occasional one will foul, as we see here with Thomas.
And Hurtig takes that away from Hoffine as he was going up for the shot. The Hoffine's height has absolutely played a factor, but honestly, it's been impressive how well the Cardinals have been able to negate it or even use it against them, it feels like.
Yeah, they've certainly contained it better than I thought they would, but it's definitely still been a factor, especially on some of these passes in from the side.
10 on the shot clock. This is Blackmore, and now Bassett wants the 3, won't get it, and there's going to be a foul on the floor that favors the Panthers. That puts them into the bonus. Hurtig fouled Hoffine. He's 0 for 2.
That's the second personal of the day against Hurtig. So not in any kind of foul trouble yet, but multiple Cards players on the court do have multiple fouls against them, so something worth keeping an eye on.
And Hoffine now 0 for 3 at the line. Hackashack working here for the Cards. And it will continue to pay off for the Cards.
0 for 4.
But the Panthers are in the bonus now going forward. Thomas will draw a foul.
He just smiled as soon as he came down to his feet.
So to the line he goes, where he's 2 of 2. A chance to tie the game, maybe grab the lead.
Foul number
If I'm not mistaken, it'll be the first lead the Cards have had.
It's been a while.
In a fair minute.
Yeah, we've had 3 lead changes in this game, and we are tied.
Is that 5 points on the day, I believe, for Thomas?
Yep.
And he does not.
No lead for the Cards. We're going to be knotted at 43s.
Whistle blows. Otis tried to get out of the way there.
Otis has just gotten a technical. He got a foul and then complained to the official. And now we're going to see what benefited the Cardinals, brought them back into the game. Will hurt them.
So there was contact over here in front of the student section with Otis, and he immediately put his hands up and got away from the player he was covering. So it seems he may have known that he could have possibly gotten fouled, but he was equally as stunned at the technical call.
So I think we will see 4 shots for Murdoch as well, because it was already going to be free throws with the bonus.
First one goes, second does not.
That's Murdoch's first miss. He was 5 of 5.
Yep, 11 points on the day to speak. Misses the third.
This is Bassett now. He was 5 of 5 before that one. Gets that to go, putting him up to 15 points. Cardinals honestly getting away with that one to some extent. Could have come away a lot worse. They do now have to deal with Paola having the ball and a 2-point lead. But yeah, missing 50% of those 3 free throws. We will not say no to that deal.
So it feels like a bullet dodge to some extent.
But what will the Panthers do with this possession? Murdoch wants to add on and won't. So the Cardinals really do get away with that to a very large extent. Cash Schneider finds Thomas. He wants the lead. He'll get it. And now, though, a foul that benefits Paola, so they can try and tie the game or grab the lead right back. These fouls continuing to play a huge part in this game. 3rd personal foul against Hertig.
And Bassett gets more opportunities. 1 for 2 on his last trip. He's going to get the first. That's characteristic of the day he's had. The 1 miss, certainly an outlier.
Lane Hoffine readies to re-enter.
And for the lead, he does miss it. So the game remains tied at 46 apiece with a minute just over to go in the 3rd quarter.
This one is Gannon Miller. Bassett. Blackmore. Back for Miller, and Murdoch, who's been so dangerous, he's going to go to the line. Duncan called for the foul. And did he just get a tech? Wow. This referee will take no complaining.
No, not a bit.
And it's been fair. He's given it out to both sides. But my word, it didn't really look like Duncan said much.
And you can tell all of these players are used to being able to chirp a little bit and get away with it. And that has been far from the case today. Neither side, as you called out, it has been fair. Certainly not aimed one way or the other. But players on both sides have been caught off guard by that tonight.
He does not want anyone questioning his calls. This time they'll opt to leave Murdoch at the line. Last time they switched over to Bassett.
And Murdoch did take the lead for the Panthers on the first shot, missed the second, misses the third. So Cards are really getting away with quite a bit here on these technicals.
Yeah, extremely fortunate.
They've only gotten 3 points put up against them on 7 shots so far. And Murdoch will go to 50%. Getting the last one, but again, only a 2-point lead. Cards certainly still staying alive to a big extent here.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. Panthers could have put up 8 points there with the Cardinals having no chance to reply.
Yep.
And then they've had these 2 possessions. We'll see how this one goes, but their other possession right after went scoreless.
Yeah, those 2 technicals are usually devastating when a team as good as this Panther squad is able to use it against you. And Cards have gotten extremely fortunate tonight on those.
Well, we'll see what the Panthers do here. If they could put up a basket, especially a 3, they could still put the Cardinals in a really tough spot. Miller. He'll drive himself. Murdoch rebounds. And Hurtig just put his hand up and said, no, sir.
And no whistle blows. The first time in the paint in minutes of game time that has not occurred.
Yeah. Hurtig didn't even leave his feet. Just curled his wrist, put it on the ball, and said, you're not going up there. Shot clock is off. Cy Thomas.
So doing the right thing. He's going to slow things down a bit here. Now charging into the paint.
Oh, and nothing will come of that. It's going to be a giveaway now. Blackmore breaks away. Dungback needs to not foul. It's a smart play to just let him score. Foul would have been pointless there. Oh, man.
So nearly.
Osborne almost hits that three from way downtown. It'll be a 4-point lead for Paola as we head to the fourth quarter. This game has indeed continued to be close. We've seen 3 technical fouls. It'll be fascinating to see how this one ends. Don't go anywhere.
Charlie was born at LMH. We had a great team of nurses. Not only did they check in on us regularly, they always asked if we had questions, always made sure that we understood what was going on. I cannot say enough wonderful things about the labor and delivery, family birthing, and mother baby care team at LMH Health. We had to put our entire trust into their hands, and just everyone was so friendly and so supportive.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
I just want to thank everybody in the community for trusting us with the care of their animals, and go Dogs!
Schedule an appointment by calling 785-542-3265 or visit eudoravet.com.
Your home for live, local sports. Varsity Sports Live delivers professional level coverage with high-quality video and broadcasters that know your schools and community.
Touchdown, Tonganoxie!
With the support of local businesses, you never pay to watch Varsity Sports. Live, local, free high school sports coverage. That's Varsity Sports Live.
All right, fourth quarter underway here. Paola start with the ball and their 4-point lead. It has been a fascinating one, with fouls playing a huge part, technical fouls, maybe not playing as big of a part as they should. And this will be
Noble, a beautiful job to hold on to that one.
This will be a very, very interesting end. Noble stepped on the baseline there. That'll give away possession. After the Cardinals led through one, they have trailed at the end of the second and the third. And in the end, Paola ended that quarter with a 4-point lead. It should have been way bigger with the way the technicals played out, but it is a sizable lead that will maybe get bigger. No, Murdoch, who has been really good, put a lot of spin on that one, and it rolled it away from the basket in the end. Thomas couldn't get that one to go. Osborne, a whistle blows before he can continue that rebounding process. What do we got here? It's going to be a foul against Bassett, so a Cardinals ball on the baseline. No, a foul against Osborne.
That's his third personal.
Yeah, some boos come out here. Watch out, you might get a tech.
Right.
This is Murdoch. He's got 15 points, second on the team, only behind Bassett, who has one more. Miller, Hurtig, he has been great on defense.
Yes.
Takes this one away, finds Jay Noble.
Phenomenal ball control. Noble loses the handle.
Oh, and that touched Hoffine last. What do we got? Hey,
yep,
they
say it did.
Hoyt Hoffine got a hand on that one, but didn't actually pick it up.
I think you and I both held our breath that was going to go the Panthers' way, because that certainly looked like a Hoffine touch last.
Oh, and this one over the head of Hurtig. He'll be all right. Just needs to get out of the backcourt in time. No problem.
Panthers are trying really hard to make those throw-ins difficult, and they've done it successfully. Thomas wants
again
three.
Wants the three. Still can't get it. Hurtig tries for the rebound, and a whistle will blow, and it'll favor the Cards. Hurtig laying it all out there. Thomas a couple times pulled up from three. You wonder what Coach Cleveland thinks of that. You'd love it if they go, but when they don't,
right,
you really risk giving away a possession for free.
Yeah, it's extremely difficult to get rebounds off threes like that.
Well, I think it's just difficult to get rebounds against this Paola team.
True. Very true.
Hurtig is doing his darndest.
He is almost
a
a single man fighting off the entire Paola paint crew.
And another one that will benefit the Cards.
Schneider throws up a 3 for funsies, does not go.
That's going to be the 4th foul against Murdoch. That's big.
That is very big.
For now, Coach Ryan Oshel will leave him out there, but they're going to have to think about that.
Cy Thomas almost willingly throwing those to the backcourt.
Oh, yeah. This Paola team is so tall. Here's Schneider. Corner for Noble. Oh, and he won't get it, but Schneider rebounds. That's a big catch there for him.
Huge rebound.
Here's Hurtig now, looking for a clean way to the basket, but Lane Hoffine won't present it to him. They take it away. This is Murdoch. Here's Lane Hoffine. Hoyt Hoffine dunks it. Noble took his eye off the ball there. All of a sudden, it's a 6-point lead. The Cards need a big basket here. Maybe they need a 3, but they've been trying for it. Thomas a long 2.
There it is. The points don't go down as a 3, but that feels like one. Feels like points the Cards desperately needed.
This will be a foul on the floor. So Paola inbound.
Side note, Cy Thomas up to 10 points on the day now. He is the 3rd Cards player to reach that mark, along with Osborne and Schneider.
Bassett finds Lane Hoffine. He was the Paola player hit with the tech earlier. Then Otis and Duncan for the Cards. And he will put that one in. Paola getting some baskets at crucial moments here. Feels like the Cards really need something to break their way. They had a lot breaking their way earlier.
Oh, Osborne does drain that one, but it's a moot point. Second personal foul for Bassett. Puts Paola at 3 fouls.
Otis will check in for his first minute since giving up that tech. Takes the place of Schneider. Oh, and Thomas loses the handle on that. Still holding on to it despite a couple of diving Paola players. With the going for the 3 ball, it's an interesting thing. A sunk cost fallacy might say you keep going for it, you'll get it. But you also think that you could just abandon that, try and go for the 2-pointers, but that's what happened there. And Osborne
the 2-pointers aren't landing, yeah. May as well go for more points and a beautiful put in.
Oh, and Lane Hoffine goes down holding his face. Feels like the Panthers are playing their best basketball.
Yes.
At the best time.
Absolutely.
See if Lane Hoffine is in okay condition to take this free throw that he's earned. If he is injured, you're allowed to sub someone in for him.
It looks like he may actually have blood on his face.
And they're going to go ahead and take a timeout before we get to this free throw. We'll go ahead and take it with them.
Your home for live local sports. Varsity Sports Live delivers professional level coverage with high quality video and broadcasters that know your schools and community.
Touchdown, Tonganachi!
With the support of local businesses, you never pay to watch Varsity Sports. Live, local, free high school sports coverage. That's Varsity Sports Live.
Grass gets it away. Moore's down the middle. And he makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans.
Keep up with the action at varsitysportslive.com. Live, local, free high school sports.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
All right, back here out of the Cardinals timeout. It's Lane Hoffine at the line after cleaning up the shot to the face. Looks like he might have a Band-Aid on his face, and he is able to hit that free throw. And now we've got a Paola timeout. We'll keep you here this time. I was telling you in the break, Hayden, this lead, though definitely is something that you could come back in a basketball game with how quickly back and forth they are. It feels like it might be too much just because of the way this game's been going.
Yeah, the way Paola's been playing makes a 9-point deficit feel like a mountain. I mean, really, this feels like a big deficit. What I told you is it feels like, if nothing else, Eudora needs at least one of their players to catch fire right now. Doesn't really matter who it is. It could be Schneider, it could be Otis, it could be a guy like Jay Noble even. If anyone on this team is able to kind of catch fire on those three-pointers and play well in the paint and play good defense, have a couple of standout moments, they can get back into it. But it does feel like it's going to take that now instead of that being a nice supplement to it.
Well, you're right, because it's going to be more than just Paola cooling off, because they haven't been playing this well. This has been their best performance thus far in terms of
the
each
last
quarter.
couple minutes. Yeah.
But if the game is just to keep up how it has been, how back and forth it has been prior to this fourth quarter, the score is going to stay basically right where it is. At least the deficit will stay right where it is.
Cards need to get hot.
Yeah, so you're right. They need somebody to just catch fire here, because
and
the Panthers are playing their best ball, and even if they were to revert back to how they had been playing, it's just something's going to have to change for the Cards.
And the good news is there's plenty of time for that to happen still. There is still more than enough time for some of those runs to develop. Schneider, the early struggles from the line do continue. He misses the first. Had that really strong stretch in between where he'll show remnants of that in getting the second.
Up to 14 points, 6 of 9 at the line. Here's Bassett.
Panthers getting aggressive here, trying to put points back up in return.
I think Bassett must have thought he was fouled the way he just threw that towards the basket. But ends up finding Lane Hoffine, who scores. He's up to 13 points. Dunback was a player that caught fire for the Cards in the first quarter, but hasn't done a whole lot since in terms of scoring. He's still been a great impact on the game as a whole. Hertig lays it for Schneider. Tried to find it back to Hertig. They just weren't on the same page. Feels like it could be falling apart for the Cards right here at the end, but Bassett will give away possession cheaply. First double-digit lead of the game, and it is here in the fourth quarter. That's going to contribute to that feeling that it just might be too much at this point. Into the corner here. Hertig wants it, can't get it.
Those are the kind of shots you just really need to get at this point in the game, and every time you miss it, it's like the tension gets a little bit tighter in this room.
I had said, Hayden, that the Hoffine's height hadn't really felt like much of a factor. I think this fourth quarter it absolutely has been.
Yep.
This one they tried to put it to their advantage there. Bassett again airmails one. He's done that twice now in quick succession, and then failed to catch that ball, which Cy Thomas will score. Very nice job to be patient there.
Yes.
By the sophomore. And now a timeout called here. Again, we can keep you here. It looks like this was a Eudora timeout.
I say, depending on who took that, I almost wonder if you would have wanted to keep some of that momentum rolling if you're Coach Cleveland. But if there's a look you like, or if you got personnel tired out on the court, that certainly makes sense.
Yeah, it was the Cardinals calling the timeout. Maybe not even about the momentum, just about
a little bit of recovery.
Formulating a plan for how you got to attack this, saying, do we need to go for more of the threes? Would I rather you drive to the basket, try and lay it up? What are we going to do in terms of fouling and trying to draw fouls and all these things? And make sure you don't talk back to the referee no matter what. And
I think
go ahead.
I think it's very significant that no matter what plan you formulate, the execution has to be 90% good. You cannot afford those big mistakes, because like you said, usually the reason you'd say don't go for all the threes is you should just take the higher percentage, more reliable attempts at the line. Those haven't even been surefire shots. And if you miss them, you're highly unlikely to get a rebound in this fourth quarter based on how well the Panthers have been doing that. So it almost does seem like the threes are the more reliable option. You just need to put trust and faith in one of your players to start hitting them. Which, of course, never an ideal spot for a coach to be in, for your main game plan to just be trusting players to get hot, but this is the kind of game where that can certainly happen.
And if the Panthers just miss a couple more opportunities offensively, the Cards can get right back into it. This is not a score that is insurmountable. It's just the way that this game has been playing. It feels like it might be, especially if Paola continue to play at their peak. And they're not going to necessarily rush things either. Dunback commits a foul, says my bad to the bench. It's the 4th team foul, 2nd personal. Both teams are at 4 personal, or 4 team rather. Here is Murdoch. Won't be afforded any space at all, and he will travel. It's a big empty possession there.
It is.
Cards have to score, though.
I'll say getting under 3 minutes now, we are in territory where you can't afford to miss them anymore, put it plainly.
Schneider for 3, and he gets it. Oh, my. Could we be in for a fantastic finish here? This foul goes against Dunback. Got to be careful. He does talk back a little bit.
Here, Cleveland drops his head over on the Card side. Coach knows how significant that is.
Sends him into the bonus. Puts Hoffine to the line. He has been 0 for 4 thus far. But I think that if this quarter's told us anything, he'll probably make at least one of these.
This is the first. That's a very good point. Everything that was not working early sure seems to be working pretty well now.
They're just playing at their best, but maybe not.
Cardinals can only hope he remains in quarters 1 through 3 form, and he does not. Sinks the second one.
Up to 1 of 6 in the game, and now a referee comes to talk things over with Hertig and Lane Hoffine.
Those two have spent a lot of time together today up in the paint.
Paola first to 60. That'll be the Cardinals' objective to get back to that. It'll be tough. Thomas will get a foul.
Say Thomas did get shoved going up for that.
So that will send him to the line and the Cards to the bonus.
You mentioned in the game this close how big free throws are.
Yeah, that's also Gannon Miller's day done. His 5th foul, so the junior leaves to some applause from the traveling support. We will see no more of the 5'6" junior.
First one goes perfect for Thomas. And each one of these shots feels like it may as well have mercury inside the ball, the amount of weight here. And he does sink them both. Stone cold is Thomas in the 4th.
100% at the line, 4 of 4. Brings the Cards within 4. That is certainly doable, a lot more doable than 10. The Cards call a timeout here. We'll continue to keep you here with the height of the suspense here.
Noticed how when that whistle blew, Dunback turned around almost like he was about to say something to the ref, was about to show some kind of disappointment or reaction, and very quickly straightened his face out. I think before he even knew there was a timeout, I think the players, it was very much so an element of what they were told is, hey, don't react super strongly to these fouls. We cannot afford for anything, especially, Lord forbid, a technical right now.
This great conclusion and everything that we've brought to you today and all season long is presented by Kansas Insurance, where they believe in taking time to issue personal care and attention to each individual client. To see how Kansas Insurance can help you protect what matters most, call 913-369-6600. Proudly bringing Eudora Sports Live to Cardinals fans everywhere. Thank you so much for tuning in here on this Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday night at this point, for some high school basketball. Lady Cards got the big win. What can the boys do here? It would take a late comeback. They've made a lot of progress here. They trailed by 10. Only down by 4, but time running out at a premium here. This is Blackmore under pressure from Dunback. Both teams in the bonus. Cards won't want to foul, at least not at this point. Duncan will take that one away. And he gets score. It. Oh my, we're within 2.
And that ball goes off. May have been a Paola touch.
This place is shaking.
Wow. The Cardinals were down 10 with just over 3 minutes to play.
And now Paola call a timeout.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. What a night here, Reed.
I mean, I told you, I said that
Not
yes,
insurmountable.
Of course, in basketball, the ebbs and flows, the swings are crazy, but the Paola were in a flow state, and that is completely gone now at this point, giving it away cheaply. The Cards are within 2. They're going to have to score, though, every possession. They cannot have an empty possession here. At least you got to get it back up to 60-60 because you imagine Paola might go right back down and score themselves.
Well, I was just going to say that. It's a thought that may not be popular, but with still almost 2 full minutes here, the ebb and flow that we've seen go so quickly the way of the Cards, that could easily reverse right back the Panthers' way if the Cardinals squander a couple of opportunities here.
Yep.
They have got to continue to play clean. They've got to continue to capitalize. Otherwise, the Panthers could once again put up 8 points and have you going, what happened?
No, yeah, we're at a peak moment here right now,
Yes.
and if the Cards don't take it, then all this energy could drain right back out,
Yes.
at least for the moment.
The pressure feels mounted right here. The next, say, 30 seconds of game time are going to tell us a lot about how this one will feel in the final minute.
Heck, man, we could be on target for overtime here.
Right. When one of the Cardinals' losses in the Rock Creek tournament, they were down double digits in the fourth, had a huge fourth quarter and forced overtime, ended up losing by 7 at the hands of Rock Creek.
Here is Cy Thomas to try and tie the game. Lost the handle completely for a second. Oh, he slips it between 2 players.
Oh!
And Hurtig couldn't score. Oh, man, and then he gets thrown to the floor by Lane Hoffine. I don't know if he meant it. I don't think he did. He was going for the ball, but
no.
That's how it played out in the end. Crazy. Hurtig has been so fantastic. It would have been poetic for him to get the basket to tie the game,
Yes.
but instead he'll be hit with a foul here that will send Lane Hoffine to the line. He's 1 of 1 there. It's also the 4th personal for Hurtig. That's going to hurt because he's been very aggressive defensively.
If he's able to show up big one last time, make it all worth it.
That's a big
Bounces
miss there.
out.
That'll keep it within at least 1 shot.
That is massive. Lane Hoffine, 15 points to his name today. Cardinals got to be begging for it to stay there. Band-Aid on the chin. Cardinal nest shaking. Shot is up, and Hoffine does knock it in.
So it's a 3-point lead at a crucial time here.
Still 1 shot could do it, but you're only going to tie now.
You know that Thomas or Schneider might have their eyes set on the 3, but no, they'll take the more conservative approach, but not get it. And then both players fall to the floor, and it's going to be a Paola ball. Is that going to send Bassett to the line?
Both teams in the bonus. You got to think it might. No, they will not.
I think it is.
Oh, it will.
Yeah, Bassett does go to the line. He's been fantastic there, 7 of 9. The Cardinals need more fortune from the free throw line to go their way. They have had quite a bit of that. But Bassett, his talent rings true as he sinks his 8th free throw of the game to make it more than a 1-shot lead. Cards will send in Osborne, someone capable of a 3 if they need it. And Bassett gets that to go as well, so the Cards maybe do need to think about getting a 3 ball.
Certainly so. Down 5 points now. They've put a lot of their best 3 shooters on the floor. Got to think that's not by accident. And Thomas has it ripped
gets it taken
away.
away from him and then kicks the ball on the floor. Panthers have regrouped out of their timeout.
They have.
Very effectively. And again,
got to commend it.
It feels like we could be at a point where it just, sure, technically it's possible, but it feels like a lot.
And it will be a Cardinals ball, it appears.
That's interesting.
It is.
Not sure how that really makes sense.
We're not going to complain.
Yeah, that makes it a lot more doable, but they will fail on this possession.
That's a shot that Schneider knocks back probably 80% of the time. Just hurts at this stage.
A minute to go in regulation. Murdoch not going to rush things. Yeah, the Cardinals will go ahead and foul. Schneider will commit his 3rd. and send Murdoch to the line. He's also, it's a 4th personal for Schneider. He's 7 of 9 at the line. Murdoch been a very big factor in this game. Only a sophomore. That's a big miss there. That means that it will stay within 2 shots. But at that point, you're asking a lot of the Cards. 2 threes and a defensive possession. 7
So
of
it begins.
11 for Murdoch.
Begins here. Thomas moving down court. All kinds of bodies in the paint for Paola.
The mid-range shot, no good. Dunback gets a hand to it, but can't find a teammate. But then he's going to. No, it's going to be a Paola ball. Wow, the Cards. Oh, no, excuse me, a Cardinals basketball. My mistake. They call the travel. And then it's going to be a timeout as well. With 41.6 to go, it's a full timeout. But we'll go ahead, still keep you here.
Why not? What do you
Hayden,
think?
can they do it? I mean, we saw them come back from 10 down to bring it back within 2. But with 41.6 to go, they've given away, they have possession. I don't know. What do you think?
This possession needs to be perfect. They really need to get a 3.
Least, yeah.
At minimum, you need to get a basket.
Yeah.
Ideally, you need to get a 3. If this possession falls pointless, you're going to be you're going to need a miracle. But
you
if
need
they're
a
able
quick defensive stop.
yes,
that you need.
If you already need that. If they're going to get a 3, if they can get a 3 here, it is very much within play. Still not favored in their way, but they desperately need this possession to go well. And such high props to Paola again for coming out of that timeout where they had been on a slide for minutes, had thrown away a 10-point lead, and they have come back and gathered themselves to incredible effect.
Yeah, it's really been the Hoffines primarily started hitting. It's actually going to be a Paola ball here.
That changes things.
So I don't know what they called down in the corner. Duncan again, and he's going to not be able to find a teammate.
So close.
Tried his hardest. Murdoch will be fouled, sent to the line.
Dunback fouls there. That may be personal foul 4 for him.
Murdoch really, generally speaking, would be the last guy you'd want to send to the line, but he did just go 0 for 2 despite having been 7 of 9 previously. It's the 3rd personal for Dunback. Yeah, only way, I don't know, if he misses at least 1, it's still alive, and he does.
He does miss 1. So the game still has a pulse. Maybe not a strong one, but there is a pulse.
Crazy the fortune that the Cards have had at the line.
Yes,
and
and
that will
it continues.
Continue. Oh my word, Murdoch has fallen from 7 of 9 to 7 of 13. And now the Cards will get fouled. That'll be nice, because no time will run as they'll get a chance to score. 4th personal on Hoyt Hoffine.
Both teams in the bonus have been for a minute.
Duncan does not get the first to go. This is his first time to the line. He's got 4 points in the game.
Second one does go on a fortunate bounce.
But with only getting 1 point that possession, that honestly works out very well for Paola. That's exactly what they would have been hoping for. Cardinals trying to intentionally foul.
Dunback does. That's number 4 for him on the day.
He was literally shoving Lane Hoffine on the shoulder, looking at the ref in the eyes, like, look.
Do you see it?
But it ended up being...
Again, you better not ask the ref if he saw it. Get a technical.
Yeah, that possession actually worked out very well for Paola, deciding to foul the Cards.
Certainly so.
And only letting up 1, but the fortune for the Cards continues at the line.
It's really something to behold today.
Yeah. Otis will check in for Dunback.
Can the Cards get another miracle from the line? They do.
Can, but Wow, they really do. Oh my goodness. Unbelievable. This keeps the Cards alive, only faintly though. Schneider driving, passing out for Otis, wants the 3. Gets it!
Got it!
Oh my, okay.
This game has a pulse.
8.8 to go. The Cards are within 1. What in the world?
Oh my goodness. All right, let's talk game plan here, Reed. Let's talk game plan.
Foul. Foul's first thing.
Immediately.
As fast as possible. You'd like to try and find Hoyt Hoffine, send him to the line, but they're probably going to force you to foul Murdoch. But whatever it is, send whoever to the line.
And then say a prayer.
You need to have Osborne in there, and I don't know. Let's see. Maybe Hertig to try and fight for that rebound. You just need your tallest
Carter Lewis
dudes.
by chance?
Yeah, Crable maybe.
Yeah.
You got your tallest dudes to fight for the rebound.
Say Carter Lewis and Cage Crable are both very capable at getting rebounds. Carter Lewis had a few today early on in his own right already.
And then depending on how things go at the free throw line, which things have been favorable for them, that'll determine if you need a 2 or a 3. I think personnel-wise, you'd want to leave your 3 guys out there generally, which they can also go for a 2, of course, anyway. Let's see. So Crable not coming out. It's going to be Osborne, Hertig as well. They haven't fouled yet, though, but I suppose it's going to be. This is the personnel we're running with. Otis, Duncan, Duncan, Hertig, Thomas, and Osborne.
I do like having Keelan Duncan out there as well. I don't mind that.
And Thomas will immediately foul. You got to make sure you don't get a technical with the way you foul.
Just about tackled him.
So instead it's Bassett. That's definitely the worst case scenario going to the line. He's 9 of 11.
And that was very much intentional by the Panthers. Well played for him to be the one sent.
Fourth personal on Cy Thomas, so he can't do that again.
And again, only a 1-point lead means there is a margin for error here. And the first one goes bad.
Oh my goodness.
What a fortunate night for the Cardinals.
The Panthers have given the Cards every single opportunity.
They have. They have failed over and over again to put this game away, which is why with 7.5, it's still possible.
Oh my word! Oh my word! Here's Thomas, 3 seconds, has to shoot.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Reed, what are we seeing?
Oh my word, are you kidding?
They have done it! The Cardinals have done it!
Unbelievable!
With zeros on the clock, no time left, the Cardinals have run the Panthers out of Eudora.
Holy cow, the Cards have won it! Cy Thomas from forever away!
Wow!
What did we just see, Hayden?
We just saw a miracle. A team of destiny down by 10 in the final minutes of the fourth, and that now feels like forever ago. We saw a whole basketball game unleash since that happened.
Oh, I'm shaking. I don't know what we just saw. What in the world?
What on earth have we witnessed?
Think about every single free throw that the Panthers missed.
The Panthers lost that game. Without a doubt. That was their game to win. Without a shadow of a doubt.
Cy Thomas ends with 17 points. The Cards win by 2.
Oh my word.
The Paola fans have left in a hurry, except for some that are stunned in place. Oh my word, the Cards are going to take the doubleheader with the sweep here. And that is maybe the best game of basketball we've ever gotten to call.
Yes, without a doubt. Unbelievable. We saw the Cardinals have a dominant win in the Tonganoxie tournament last year, and this feels more euphoric.
What?
Wow.
I am stunned. I can't even speak.
What are we going to have for postgame? We're just going to be saying, what on earth a whole lot. Because what on earth?
Let's let the moment speak for itself for a second here.
chairs and trash in the bleachers.
Well. We will go ahead and send you to a break.
Try to come up with words.
Bring you back for postgame. Yeah, try and actually find something to say. That is unbelievable. The Cardinals won that game. I don't know how. We watched it happen, and I don't know what we watched happen. The Cardinals win it 65-63. Postgame show's next.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
I just want to thank everybody in the community for trusting us with the care of their animals, and go Dogs!
Schedule an appointment by calling 785-542-3265 or visit eudoravet.com.
One more time before you wake up in the wild.
Our natural world needs us now. Step by step, side by side, together, we can find a way to ensure that all life on Earth can thrive. To learn more about how you can help protect and conserve nature, visit nature.org.
Your home for live, local sports. Varsity Sports Live delivers professional level coverage with high-quality video and broadcasters that know your schools and community.
Touchdown, Tomodachi!
With the support of local businesses, you never pay to watch Varsity Sports. Live, local, free high school sports coverage. That's Varsity Sports Live.
Grass gets it away. Moore's down the middle. And he makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans.
Keep up with the action at varsitysportslive.com. Live, local, free high school sports.
Charlie was born at LMH. We had a great team of nurses. Not only did they check in on us regularly, they always asked if we had questions, always made sure that we understood what was going on. I cannot say enough wonderful things about the labor and delivery, family birthing, and mother baby care team at LMH Health. We had to put our entire trust into their hands, and just everyone was so friendly and so supportive.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here as part of Fort Scott Community College's John Deere Tech program. Maybe you belong here as part of the perennial playoff-bound Greyhound baseball team. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
All right, welcome back in here for postgame as the Cardinal Arena has emptied out here for the most part. Postgame show will be brought to us once again by Eudora Animal Hospital. For 40 years, Eudora Animal Hospital has been caring for pets and livestock with fair pricing, trusted service, and compassionate care. Pet owners from across the region trust their four-legged friends to Eudora Animal Hospital. To learn more, visit eudoravet.com. Well, Hayden, that is one of the most unbelievable games, finishes, and also starts to a year of basketball that you could ever have. That was unreal. I said it a couple times. I'll say it one more. It felt like we got to a point where even though within the confines of basketball was certainly doable, within the confines of the way the fourth quarter was going, it was out of the question.
Yeah.
And the Panthers, what was even crazy, so we saw them playing their best and then stop playing their best and then really pick it back up again. We said coming out of their timeout, they honed it in. They figured it out. They were playing well. They got it back to a 5-point lead with a minute left. You're thinking this is done again. Like, here we are, same spot. There's just no way.
Otis hits the big three, and you all of a sudden start having hope. It's only 1 point away.
But the number that stands out is that the Panthers missed 18 free throws. They went to the line 37 times. They made just over half of them, making 19. But 18 missed free throws. A lot of those came from technical fouls from the Cards. A lot of them came right at the end from their best shooters, Murdoch and Bassett, at least within this game, their best shooters at the line.
I believe they went
missing
4 of 8 on their technicals, which you just can't do.
That is, I mean, I said it in the moment that the Panthers had given the Cardinals every opportunity, but I honestly thought that was going to be something we were going to use against the Cardinals in the postgame of saying, man, they really should have figured this out. They really should have gotten this one done. But they did, and I don't even really know how. Like, it does not make sense. It shouldn't have happened. The Panthers should have won that game. They felt like the multiple times that they had won it, and the Cardinals won it anyway. Just ridiculous. Hayden, your thoughts?
Man, you can't ask me to give thoughts. This feels very evenly like a tale of two games to me, because on the one hand, you could spend your entire post-game show, your entire conversation, just pointing out all of the ways that Paola left the door open for Eudora to win this game.
Right.
And you could do that, and that would be okay. The other thing that you can do that I'm going to mostly lean on is the fact that the Cardinals stuck around.
Right.
Granted, you could argue they should have been leading at multiple points more than they were with how many missed free throws you had from Paola, but they stuck around. Every time Paola got hot and started scoring and rattling off points quickly, the Cards would get opportune threes, or they would get possessions stolen, and they would break court fast, and they would just do just enough consistently to keep this game within reach, so that once it got time where they needed a miracle, they needed a manageable miracle, not a far cry.
Right.
That was such a story of the night to me. We said you need a couple players to get hot at big moments. I believe it was either Cash Schneider or Cy Thomas who put up that layup that drew them closer, and then you had the three.
I honestly feel like
from Otis.
Duncan was a big contributor defensively.
Duncan was massive defensively. A couple of other contributors. Hunter Hertig was massive defensively in the paint all day long today. You can't miss that many opportunities to put a team in the ground if you're Paola, and you aspire to always have that level of fight and heart through a full fourth quarter that was dragging on as the Cards did today.
I'm going to be watching this one back having no idea. Try to put it all into the context of knowing that the Cardinals win this game is just unreal.
Yes.
And they end up taking the doubleheader. The Paola fans were stunned. I think I saw one in tears. Some were stunned in place, some left immediately. They could not believe that their team hadn't pulled out the win, and I still don't believe it either.
I've never seen players clear the court so fast.
Yeah, that was unfreaking real that the Cardinals won that game.
Dude.
And that puts them to 3-4. The Panthers fall to 4-3. Wow. I mean, I don't know what else we could say. You saw what happened. Just the best finish in a basketball game I've gotten to call.
Unreal.
For sure.
Without a doubt.
Yeah. Wow.
No other words. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Goodness.
A 10-point lead that they had.
Erased. And then they built it back up partially. And then it was erased again.
And the Cards giving away 2 techs, which both of those players, Duncan and Otis, making huge contributions in the fourth quarter comeback. That is what sports are about. I mean, that is unreal. That is amazing. Yeah, I mean, I wish we could do it greater justice than just saying wow and unreal over and over. But it's
kind of all that works.
Yeah, it was just unbelievable. The shot from Cy Thomas to win it. I didn't really think it had a chance. He was just kind of putting up a prayer. And that's what he did.
Yeah.
Prayer was answered. Holy
prayer
cow.
works. Goodness, man. Wow. What a night.
Yeah, so we can go ahead and take one last break here, and when we're back, we'll tell you what's next up on Eudora Sports Live, and then we will sign off. Thank you so much for tuning in to this unbelievable finish.
Charlie was born at LMH. We had a great team of nurses. Not only did they check in on us regularly, they always asked if we had questions, always made sure that we understood what was going on. I cannot say enough wonderful things about the labor and delivery, family birthing, and mother baby care team at LMH Health. We had to put our entire trust into their hands, and just everyone was so friendly and so supportive.
Everybody can make something. because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
I used to drive an ambulance as an EMT, and I've always tried to be a safe driver. If people knew what I know, lives could be saved. In my car, if I see a truck or bus taking a turn, I know to take my time. When big vehicles turn right, they may swing wide to make the turn. If you try to sneak in, well, it's a lesson you'd rather not learn the hard way. When trucks and buses turn, let's you and I wait. It's our roads, it's our safety.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
All right, back for one last time here on the post-game show. We just got a stat here from the booth, from the table. There were 59 fouls in that game, which that tells you there were, we got 64 free throws, is that right? Yeah, I'm doing my math right there. And the 18 missed by Paola is so costly. Think about, they make 2 of those. We're at least talking about overtime, right?
Yeah.
Just unbelievable. But we said we'd be done saying that stuff. It just, the extra stat adds some more context to it.
Our awe is clear, I believe.
So on the 9th, is the next game for the Cards. They'll be playing against Baldwin in Baldwin, so we won't be on that one. That'll be the Baldwin crew. You'll be with them for that one. The next time that we are calling a game is on the 16th. That'll be right back here against Bonner Springs. Should be some great matchups there for the ladies and the boys. But yeah, Hayden, anything left to add here at the end?
Nothing else to it. Thank you to everyone from the Paola side of things who may have tuned in tonight to watch. We appreciate you guys there, and just unbelievable. That was a privilege to get to watch tonight.
We'll read through some point tallies here. My Cardinals ones were a couple short. I gave it to Osborne, but these are all unofficial scores. My Panthers ones, though, did come out exactly right, so hopefully they are exactly right. For the Cards, Cy Thomas, 17, including the winning basket. Hunter Hertig with 7. Ryan Osborne with 11, Duncan with 5, Dunback with 6, Jay Noble with 1, Julian Otis with 3. It was a huge 3, and Cash Schneider with 17. On the Paola side of things, Gannon Miller got a couple before he fouled out. Landon Murdoch put up 15, Stephen Bassett put up 18, Hoyt Hoffine with 10, Emmett Blackmore with 4, and Lane Hoffine with 14. So that is the unofficial scores for each of the players. Fantastic game, 65-63 the final for the boys, 66-21 the final for the girls. Double win for Eudora here, a special start to 2026 here on Eudora Sports Live. Happy New Year. Thank you so much for spending your Tuesday night with us. We will see you when we see you in 10 days. And go Cardinals. Have a good night.
From the gridiron to the hardcourt, the pitch to the mat, don't miss any of the action. We're there with live, local sports.